Layar, halo, hello, what's up, soy? Layar, halo, halo, what's up, man? Sup, sup. Apaan? Dia udah sheriff. Lah, wah, ini orang nggak jelas anjir. Gue tinju lama-lama. Cepetan, Vin. Mau watch party gua. Pam 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 pam. Gue pikir di prank, Cok. 8.000. Halo Bang Yar, halo, halo. Langsung dapat. Yar, kok judulnya was party? Iya, ntar kan jam 3, Cok. Deh, ganti dulu deh. Main dulu satu game sama Koko. Main dulu satu game. Habis itu watch party. Grinding ke top 3 lagi gak sih? Mager, Cok. Susah anjir lawannya, lu lihat PTC something Vici, Cok. Aduh. Belum ketemu ini dua bocil. Ah, gigi, Cok.
Match found.
Oi, Patricius itu PTC, iya. Cok, kenapa ya? Setiap kali gue stream ketemu fraktur mulu ya. Bingung gue.
Stand in my way. I dare you.
Duelis dong, gak mau. Ya diajak berantem sama Gilang. Siapa Gilang? Daripada ketemunya das 2 ya ntar bingung, kocak. Kalau watch party emang gak latihan. Live sama lama Bang. Halo. Oh fuck the fuck. Ya Gilang nyalin tuh. Gilang siapa sih?
I can't deal with the
Oh my god, Mivi!
What's up, bro?
Oh my god. Kamu punya peliharaan hewan nggak? Banyak nih. Ada sekitar, gua punya sekitar 130-an orang. 130-an binatang. Banyak. Kalau hewan peliharaan banyak. Banyak banget. Gua nggak bilang orang ini loh. Gua nggak bilang kalian, kenapa kalian marah, kocak.
Cross arcade sound.
Flash arcade,
There's a
flash
flash arcade. Okay, coming.
Turret tower.
Raise here.
Not
They're
cross, not
not
cross.
smoking yet. They're not smoking yet.
Not yet. One cross.
They're not smoke. Okay.
They cross? No?
Could be.
Yeah. Smoke.
Contact.
I think it's A, bro.
Launching smoke.
Gua bisa flash.
Spike down
Plus.
A.
I have drop. I heard one drop.
Drop one.
One enemy remaining.
My ass.
This guy could be drop. Okay, okay.
I can stun drone.
Cussing.
Oh!
Wah, one drop. Left side drop. Aduh, es gua.
Gacor nih, bos.
Udah biasa, bos.
Keep it up. Screw up and they're
Rank
on
1
us.
gua korbanin buat latihan, bos.
Banyak bacot.
Gila ya. Baru game 1 udah ada orang tryhard aja, pistolnya makin nge-fake. Bingung gua sama orang-orang. Apaan sih?
Gimana? Semuanya kan mau kayak lu. Tryhard.
Bingung gua.
Dia nggak nyadar,
Yang
Jok.
harus gitu juga kali, masih pagi.
Dia nggak nyadar, Cok. Sendiri itu tryhard, Cok. Bahagia nih, Cok. Dia nggak nyadar. Sendiri itu tryhard kayak orang gila nih.
Stun.
Gue bisa
One
flash
aim in.
nanti.
I have your drop.
Oh, she cross.
Stun
Stun,
door.
stun. Wait, 2 second flash, wait. Flash stun.
Flash out.
Nothing.
Gue bisa flash lagi.
Enemy spotted A.
3 lagi dong.
Nothing.
No one drop.
One B main. Only one.
Push.
Two B main. Two B main.
Buat kanan.
Too late.
I leave drop, bro.
Maju. Gue stun
Tengok,
kiri, gue stun kiri.
Ayo, go.
One enemy remaining. Spike down. Attacker spawn.
Reloading.
Flawless.
Done here. Out fought.
Masya.
Win. Show me where to go.
Gue nonton lu map ini mulu, makanya Cok gue juga bingung dah kenapa ya, Cok. Nibi.
Yes.
I need a drop. Talk.
Jam berapa SCP? Jam 3.
They're coming arcade. Arcade running a lot.
Cypher B main. They rushing B.
Ya, ada yang lain.
Clearing out.
Two at least.
I can flash in front of you. Oh, never mind.
Two double.
Flash out. Blinding.
Tower in.
My ult's ready.
B-man, one B-man.
Spike down B.
B-man.
Spike
Watch
spotted B.
One B main tower.
Last player standing.
Women still one.
Spike planted.
Tuh, kebanyakan pisau tuh nggak? Kirain nggak live. kok. Tapi nunggu watch party kan kita. Santai. Tadi gue mau live jam 12, cuman
Reloading.
gila kalau gue live jam 12, terus selesai jam 3, gigi cok, rontok gue. Ganti pisau ya, sayang cok, udah dibeli cok ini. Mahal anjir. Itulah kenapa gue mau ganti pisau semua.
Spike
Di
drop.
Minosaur.
Gacor
Spike
juga
down
nih orang.
A.
One more. Drop.
You can call the flash, Reina. Never mind.
No need.
They lock drop. 2 drop, sky and bridge. Drop coming, close.
Can you smoke?
2 guys.
Yeah.
Smoke drop.
Oh shit.
Press drop.
Not in.
I moved to side.
Nothing B.
Gotcha.
Jump down.
One
2
enemy
guys,
remaining.
come on.
Quit your tiptoe.
Nice.
We're all dead. Trevor!
Who am I kidding? My knees are gonna kill after this.
Jelek pisaunya, iya nih. Banyakin tuh kepanasan. Bisa lu yang ini fungsinya jelek ya, muke lu tuh jelek. Serut. Serut. Bro, besok gini gak bro?
Jadi, ayo. Can you stun?
Kentutnya Mista, ini kan gua ya. Tinggi juga nih.
Clearing out! Flash out! Dusted. Ready.
Gua bisa flash ya.
Did you
One
catch?
more amen.
Nothing. Can drop.
Ya, one more amen.
One B main.
One enemy remaining.
Go, I flash.
Blinding!
Left side, you saw him. Left. Left.
Kill everyone, and our job gets a whole lot easier.
Sera udah luda duda.
You've never seen a massacre. This is what it looks like.
Tapi lu bersihan sekarang bro.
Lu stun ya.
Trevor!
Dia flash amen.
Nothing.
Two flash.
They have breached out.
Drop.
Not yet.
Off your feet!
Nothing. Outside.
Smoke's down.
Oh, so sad.
Nothing B.
I
Yes,
bet
no.
you're trying.
I can ult, guys. Chill. You want to ult
Break the
San?
Yeah, break it.
I ult San, okay? Go.
F team
Planting.
also.
Go, Texan. Go.
Spike planted.
One close. No.
Last player standing.
One HP. Sky.
Ada bunyi tuk.
We get a pick, we move in. Got it?
Dia double flash. Mana pin? Sana apa ya, men? Emen ya?
Dia tadi
Double flash bridge sky gitu.
Sky di sini.
Right there.
Star.
Right there.
Di flash di
Right
Sen.
there.
Flashnya juga
Oke.
satu tadi Diamond. Sekarang live mana ya? Nggak tahu gua. Only apa kabar? Udah tamat, cok. Makanya nonton. Muke dah.
Nothing B, man. I can't be mad at
One minute.
Last player standing.
Rena, come MM. Let's fight MM.
Let's get these idiots.
Dia langsung stun nggak sih? Apa mau gue delay stunnya?
Gue langsung nggak, dia random sih, dia main 2 tipen. Kakak banget.
Prediksinya menang Siki siapa ya?
Ini kau fight.
I can help you.
Take him.
Dia smoke.
Nggak tahu. Cannot say, bro.
Launching Trevor.
Touch B, man. I got a kid.
Gue cabut.
There's B, man. What a kid. Cypher. Oh, this Cypher.
Fire!
Make it pay. Okay.
Ah, say.
Oh, this Cypher kid. I think I'll be for B, man. I think.
Spike planted.
Close. Arcade many.
Wanna go now?
Smoke arcade and then ult tower.
No, I don't have that.
I can
Okay,
smoke.
let's go. Ult tower and tap. Tower.
One enemy remaining.
Arcade last.
At very first.
Spike defused.
Remember to talk to. Need equipment. Thanks.
Ya maksudnya Mbappe bertahan atau cabut kayaknya. Let's go. Take him in. We fight him in. Let's go.
Salty.
Omar.
Flash out.
Apply. One more.
I've got your trail.
Amen, okay. That's it. Boy, amen.
Bot. Tuh.
Nah, ini
Cannot go back,
orang
cannot go back
pinter
against her,
ya. Dia udah tahu. Udah mundur aja. Ini pinter guys.
They on TPS now.
Ya.
This guy
Tak,
TPS.
kalau orang bodoh ngepick terus.
They're fighting B.
Itu namanya main pinter.
I know exactly where you are.
Amen.
One enemy remaining.
Can flash.
flash.
Have one flash already. Yeah.
Tera wa.
10 seconds left.
Can you check my operator?
B.
Yeah.
Planting.
Planting B.
Spike planted.
Cross.
Last player
Nah,
standing.
itu GG, Jok.
Bro, how is he on B?
He just cross, bro. GG, Jok.
No flash.
Nah, ini lebih bodoh lagi, Jok.
Nice try.
Sky.
Take OP.
Can I take off first?
Just defuse first halftime.
Look your enemy in the eye. It helps with accuracy. Reloading.
Okay, drop me.
Padahal dia tinggal mainin waktu, nge-flash, tipu, jump pick. Terlalu gila ya.
Bucket.
I can flash Reina.
No, don't.
One enemy remaining.
Last guy arcade.
They think they're so secure.
Equipment. Thanks.
That brimstone can't stop me. Forever! That's not ready.
B no south.
Arcade, drop. Breach drop and...
He's a king drop control.
Can you flash drop?
Flashing drop.
Three more.
Bego banget. Wah. Nah itu gue bego namanya, tau nggak? 3 all of them.
Yeah.
Low HP, 1 HP. Bridge low, 1 HP. 1 HP left.
Oh,
Spike down
Take my
A.
real.
ulti. Side ulti.
Bego namanya.
Bingo.
Spike is safe.
Last round before the switch.
No point saving. Spend it all.
Need a drop. Thank you.
I think if they come B, you guys can try push all the way. You have 3 out. You push arcade?
Go.
No, I'm just holding.
Oh, holding.
You have 3 out.
Hey, don't block me.
They flat B bin. Maybe B bin.
You still have stun? Yeah?
Yeah, no. I only have ult.
Okay. Let's double off.
Okay, break.
Hey, Profio.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Cage triggered.
CT.
No one to interrogate.
Selalu kena ulti Riz dah kocak. Kenapa ya dari dulu, Jok?
We got this.
Kocak. Dari dulu, Jok, nggak pernah berubah. Kenapa ya? Kenapa ya? Semua race, Jok. Semua pemain
Waduh.
race.
Go B. I go tower.
Let's go. Arcade, come Rina, let's go. I flash and stun.
Just fast.
Okay, as team.
You're not fighting him, man.
Stun.
Reloading.
Tower.
You want to
Go
go
fast.
out? Maybe side. Out. He want to go out.
Close.
Okay, this.
Plan safe.
Forget it.
Enemy spotted B.
Duh.
What's I already? Be slow.
Last player standing.
Race into the spike sites.
Pengen nonton Oppenheimer dah. Apa sih nama filmnya? Oppenheimer.
Go do Sam, let's buy. Go tower aja.
Reloading.
Oppenheimer. Let's go. Oppenheimer.
Yeah, ask him.
You can't catch us.
Oppenheimer.
Flash out.
Beacon here.
Stunning.
Crossing.
Fuck.
Down.
Blinding.
Cypher B main.
Woi,
Reloading.
Come, plan for B main info.
He made it.
Ego stun.
Launching smoke.
Outside.
Outside.
Right between the eyes.
wait 3.
Last player standing.
No.
I hate to say it, but probably best to play as a team. So, what's the plan?
Reloading.
You have microphone, Rena?
Reloading.
Yeah, I've been using
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Reloading.
Lawan sayu anjing.
Reloading.
Kayak nggak usah diomongin lah tuh orang. Tolol.
I farm up.
Lu ada dash sama updraft gak? Langsung mau tower gak?
Ah, ada dash doang gua.
Sama kita boy.
I can
Let's
stun
go.
tower. Oh, okay.
Go. Go can go from drop. How many smoke have?
3.
Smoke like this
man.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just try to plan.
Dia smoke drop.
You want me to stun side?
Go close.
Let's go. I'll stun side. Ready?
30 seconds left.
Oh my god, it's not.
I stun side. You go left then.
VCT.
Upper. Flash aku. Flash push MMVP. Come Rena. Push MMVP flash.
Don't have fuse already.
Pitiful.
Take my gun.
Two.
Two set.
I can cancel ini. I can delay guys, I think.
Open door, one open door.
Stun here. Ready? Hold the stun.
No stun.
Stun.
No stun.
Yeah.
I can delay the diffuse. Never mind.
One MN.
Last player standing.
Mungkin lu ada stun lu hold kayak gitu.
Kagak cok, gua udah bilang gua bisa delay itu.
Lu nggak ngomong delay defense, lu cuma bilang I can, habis itu lu diem.
Gua udah ngomong cok sebelumnya bangke. Tinju lu ya.
Lu cuma bilang wait I can.
Wah,
Mana ada?
cok lu lihat live gua cok, petinju lu bener-bener.
Reloading.
Let's go B kan. I go dash tower again. Just can be main position. YOLO guys, we need to
Diam.
play close.
Tapi gua udah ngomong sebelumnya cok, yang pertama I can delay the diffuse.
Reloading.
Step.
Dim beacon here.
Flash out. Launching smoke.
Spike.
Heaven close. I'm not going heaven. One heaven. What?
Right here.
I can flash heaven.
Reloading.
One side. Twin box.
Siapa heaven? Close side.
Current division.
Nice. Already
I
out
can
gen.
smoke gen.
Smoke's down.
Ulti.
Open up the sky.
Out. Nice.
One more city.
Can flank.
They're gonna-
Off your feet.
One flank.
Chill.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Aduh.
The enemy
Kalau
only
saya
looks
minta maaf dulu, siap bang,
Your
sorry dah.
heart's still a defense. Reloading.
Masa nyolot kali, buset. Si dapetin A nih kayaknya, Vin. Gua udah ulti sih.
Reloading. Reloading. Reloading.
Safety's off.
Reloading.
I'm call for a stun.
Enemy spotted.
Gimana ya?
Reloading.
Karenanya juga
Let's contact A, Kang. We retake.
kasian juga sih liatnya. Tapi
Right
kayak
here.
tau lah.
I'm anti-blind. Two.
One more.
Spike down A.
Beacon down. Enemy spotted A. That's a spike.
Last player standing.
I can't see them yet, but I can feel them getting ready.
Mana ya?
They never stun fast A.
You can fast contact I think.
I want to go fast send, guys. I want to go fast send.
Lu mau go flash langsung atau gimana?
Keep up.
Flash langsung kali ya.
Ya boleh deh coba.
Steams.
Dim beacon here. Flash out. Smoke's down. Pussy.
Can you ulti send? Ulti send?
Ya,
I think ulti send, bitch.
sign.
Go.
Launching smoke.
One head.
Gotcha.
I want it.
Reloading.
You can get that, bro.
One more tower.
Got back.
I know exactly.
Last player standing.
Pala ya kayak.
Spike down.
Tio!
Yeah, let's go.
I hate waiting. Let's do this.
Comeback gini, cok.
Guys, can we fake? They rotate fast. I want bridge come here. I'm gonna fake B. Then you guys ready to contact A. We're gonna come back to split A. Then I just go aim right now with the brim.
Go A mid. Oh, okay.
Yeah, go aim. Contact. I fake first.
Yeah. I can
Lu flash, lu stun, lu aftershock, hancurin trap.
Blinding. Trevor. Flash out. Clearing out.
Reloading.
Udah cabut, Min. Bagus.
We can go now.
Just one.
Yeah, keep walking. Cing biang.
Cabut.
Let's go side. To drop already.
Carrier's dead. Got the
Cabut, bos pakai cabut.
Spike down B.
3. Can you open cam? No?
City 1.
Dream Breeze City.
3 out.
2 City, both City.
Ada
City.
boom, cok.
You can just go A. Right now have City.
Dim beacon down.
Pussy.
Just get over, guys.
One enemy remaining.
Sand.
Planted.
I'm low.
Just play bomb.
Okay, we can help. Let's go.
Clip.
One left.
Ada boom e-sport, cok.
The symphony of this.
Need a drop.
Hurry to get used to it.
Wait.
Drop brim drop.
Thanks.
Reloading.
Boom, man.
Do same, but this time we go B.
Okay.
You guys go from B, man. We contact.
Okay.
Stun.
Spike drop.
Blinding.
Pasti.
Flash out.
Sky was A. Hey,
Sanford arcade.
Sky A, Sky A. Tower.
Come guys, come B. One tower on the wall.
He jump down. Guys.
Behind the box. Help me. Kevin. Behind the box. Okay. Dead.
One city. Oh, shit. Okay, let's go.
Smoke's down.
City. Canteen.
One enemy remaining.
City last.
I don't die so easily.
Ini habis nge-gym nggak bisa nembak nih, sumpah kentot.
Shoot the bad guys. How's that for a plan?
Kayak kan gua main mentok di platinum ya, main solo. Nggak tahu bro. Naikin aim dulu aja bro, kuatin. Lama-lama pasti naik, yakin gua. Semua tuh tergantung dari aim, Jo.
Can you
Percayalah.
stun Emmet? I'm gonna fast Emmet, but we not commit, okay? I'm just
It's
trying to
true.
kill the guy. Just team.
Yeah.
Stim beacon here.
Stun.
Sorry.
Yeah, bridge.
B boss dead.
B Sky.
Wanna go A?
Go A or B?
We can go back.
Vin, lu gila juga lu, Vin.
Go B boss.
Come B.
Nggak, gue sudah dapet timing.
They're still clearing main.
Gun here.
Catch rip.
We break the trap first.
That's him. He's alone, guys. He's the lone guy. You can go B. Nah,
City.
one gen.
Spike.
Spike down B.
Plan for B, man.
One
One
back.
151. Clear, Rena.
Take left.
Wait.
Gue run. One city, one arcade.
I will smoke city.
Have one smoke. Care heaven. Okay, good.
30 seconds left.
Care drop. Carry main also.
One enemy remaining.
He was arcade long time ago. Yeah, drop. Sorry.
Last player standing.
Oh, 1 HP.
1 HP.
Ready.
Match point.
Need a drop.
I have ult.
Drop me. Drop me.
Thanks.
Guys, let's go fast sand. I need this bridge
Here.
just ult sand. Brim you ult tower fast. Smoke drop. Smoke city, smoke heaven,
Tower?
okay?
Okay.
No, outside,
You-
right?
no, you ult heaven. I ult side, yeah.
Side?
We go fast, very fast. Yeah, just insta, everything insta.
Nih gua langsung ulti nih.
Steam first.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Tats baru saja memberikan 500.000. Racket dong yo.
Ulti heaven.
Sky was there.
Ulti side.
Ulti.
In the smoke, Rena. Side clear, guys.
You have flash?
I can't.
Tuh, Sam.
Spike down A.
One more.
Thank you Bang Taps. Gokil. Gimana caranya
We have
itu?
flash.
Mau watch party nih. Abis watch party ya. Mau nonton DFM kalah dulu,
Player
Jo.
standing.
1v1.
One enemy remaining.
Low.
Spike down A.
Low.
Nice. Mau nonton DFM kalah dulu Bang Taps.
My truth stay hidden.
Thank you ya Bang Taps. Oke, abis pas.
Lu nobar kan?
Iya, nobar gua. Thank you cuy. Cok, nggak, kayaknya lain kali nggak usah pakai pemanasan dah. Kalau nggak pakai pemanasan, gue bisa MVP kayak gini dah. Hah? Gacor cok, gue cok. Kalau nggak pemanasan cok. Aduh. Tipu anjir nih game. Pemanasan salah, nggak pemanasan malah ini. Tipu cok.
from them? I'm sure they've been cooking up something different.
I mean, for Talon, I mean, obviously, Lotus looks like a decent one for them, but DFM also were able to have some strong performances there, nearly besting Paper Rex on Lotus. That was like a 13-11 matchup. Granted, it was before something had joined the roster, so it was fairly early on. But we have seen very limited bind from Talon.
DFM join cuma buat kalah iya. Dan jangan emang busuk. Bener-bener gak usah debah. Bangke. Pemalasan lu ngapain ya? Gak tahu. DFM kalah gak sih? Gak tahu lah. Nonton ya, seru ini. Kacau live gak nih? Kacau live dong. Ganti judul dulu, Cin. What's party? DFM versus Talon. Anjay, Talon. Let's go.
One win that they have on Fracture was when they took down a then strong Gen G in 13-4 fashion. So they themselves
Cok, gue disuruh pakai jet, Cok. Wah, GG, Cok. Saatnya beraksi, cuy. Pior, tunggu semua, Pior. Aduh. Gue disuruh cepet, Cok. Cuman satu, katanya gue bunuh satu, kan. Bangke.
Cypher came and visited our studio.
I like that we actually have like the little like
yang paling bener.
$1
juta nih. Oke lah.
Jangan,
cuy.
Yeah, so we're gonna have Cypher Camp. Hold weird sides. I don't know. If the players can have some fun with that. Yeah, or remove the tracker. Hold down F.
Menang siapa nih, cuy? Dia kalau lawan Skarzi, kira-kira menang siapa ya? Skarzi. Yang penting jangan coba bilang I can abis itu diem, Yor. Diem ya. Diem, Job. Jangan ngomong Kevin, Job. Bahaya. Harus. Makanya tadi gue langsung bilang. Makanya lu lihat live langsung gue tinju. Nah, itu dia tuh nggak akan mungkin lihat live masalahnya, guys. Jadi cuman biar meyakinkan aja gue bilang. Coba lu nonton live dah. Biar tuh dia tuh diem langsung. Nah, langsung diem kan. Biar nggak berdebat, Cok. Tapi gue pengen belajar main harbor dah. Gue nggak pernah main harbor, anjir.
The guy did look like the Patty Pan of old.
Definitely. I mean, he's one of those guys. We were talking about all the agents that he played. I took at some of the numbers, took a look at some of the numbers.
I can show you the world.
Throughout his entire career. That's 16 out of 23 agents that we have now in Valorant. This is so much, and if you can be that flexible and still put up big numbers like what he's doing, especially in their last.
Patipa nih, maunya dia apa sih? Owe mau, Valo mau, Owe mau, Valo lagi. Mau lu apa sih?
Crazy aces on Harbor. He had some moments where he shows he really knows how to work his way around different agents, work his way around different parts of the map. But the main thing is, you need
Soldam kan Yor DFM ya.
When you are working with so many different agents.
Hari ini jadwalnya cuma DFM lawan Talon, besok RRQ lawan RRQ lawan
and still as the IGL, I mean, he was
Genji
GE for a couple moments.
I mean, as time has gone on, we've seen that Sky has just kind of climbed the tier list. Anthem was playing that from the beginning before, you know, it was kind of a must-have in almost every single
What the fuck, TP-nya kesana gak, Jason? Apaan sih?
Putting up strong performances in the initiated position, playing the Sky very regularly. Now she is S tier. She is way up there. So Anthem could just continue to pile this one, which he feels, it seems like he feels very comfortable when it comes to
RRQ gak ada lawan. Yor, angle snapping lu. Mas angle snapping itu apaan sih? Dari kemarin gue gak ngerti dah. Gue dukung siapa? Gak tahu. Percuma gue dukung, gak dapet apa-apa.
Now we have to talk about predictions. I really hate doing predictions sometimes, but
clean sweep.
Clean sweep. To be honest though, some of us were a bit on the fence. Myself, I know Paper Thin, we're both a little bit on the fence about this. How about you guys? Because look, knowing what we know about the potential of each of these teams, maybe DFM's like,
DFM gak ada, Jir.
I'm tired of losing.
Apa ya? Oh iya, Talon semua ya. Yor, kapan pelantikan ASN-nya? Nanti malam mau party CSGO Blast Premier. Muke lu, langsung di-ban gua. Oh, mereka nggak ini. Loh, mereka nggak ada stage-nya.
Until proven otherwise. So I have to go with Talon just because we did see stark improvements from them. Yes, it was a dip compared to
mereka nggak ada stage-nya. Anjay.
They started off, it was looking tragic, but they managed
Pati
to get the
pancin.
wheels back on the car by the end of the season. It was
bukan
just
ya?
too late for them to make playoffs, but they did look like the team that we were anticipating. For DFM, the question is, during this time,
Gak mau ke Liga Pro ya, kayaknya grinding terus, nggak tahu.
is this the five-man core? Have they finally figured it out? Is this going to be the squad?
Match prediction panel cost coy, DFM win. Oh ntar malam ada lomba CSGO. Gak tahu, kayaknya di stage Dayor. Ini playnya doang. Oh. Yang bener lu. Kayak lu waktu itu ya nobar sama Kojiacen aman ya? Gak boleh cok, gak boleh, gak boleh. CS tuh banyak banget yang gak boleh. Makanya jarang yang watch party CS cok, mana ada.
He doesn't get away from this.
Why? With the lowest prediction rate in all of Pacific with William.
She's coming at me.
Kalau Yasa lebih gigi lagi. Itu lo pemain senior kayaknya Yor.
Really tempted. I was
Sauna ada saunanya ya, makanya panas ya.
But Achilles has a point. You have to go with logic for this one. I mean, so many different factors. Yes, maybe they change things up, but can you really stick to those and find impact with
Nomor di Discord. Sama siapa? Nggak ada, Jok. LCQ Amerika aja di stage, Jok.
Now we're back towards LCQ, and it's high stakes. It's single elimination. You lose this one against TL.
Kacau nggak ada, Jok. Gue butuh temen, Jok.
So, I mean, it's
lama lu ngomong mulu, anjing.
It's a DFM that lost out to time. It's a DFM that struggled so much because of the way that they work around the map really slowly. It's not great.
Habis sih sebut racing
a little bit more adaptable, and I feel that they kind of have it in the back.
Bang Siput, tolong dong Bang Siput genapin gue punya Mas.
It did go well, but they were trying to cook.
I had to cast that.
You like it? The Yoru?
It was not fun.
Anjing banget gak sih?
Brutal. It was just like a recipe god.
Anak gua anjing banget gak sih jadi orang?
Oh yeah, he was having a great time.
Anjing.
But you know, with the addition of Boy, their assistant coach coming onto Talon and the changes with DFM.
Tiap hari DM gue cuman kirim dark jokes anjing, manusia nggak logis, nggak masuk akal, cok nih orang.
Boy has had so much more time. We've actually seen him. We've spoken to him, and you can feel some of those changes. You can watch him on stream. Whereas for
lu dibayar berapa ya main sepi ginian? Gak ada dibayar berapa anjir.
And welcome back these players. It's been a while.
Kirinya enak banget.
See them Talon and DFM.
Kocak banget gak sih? Tiap hari DM gue cuman kirimin dark jokes anjing, babi banget, najis. Gue cuman dalam hati, udahlah GG lah nih orang masuk neraka juga. Dark jokesnya yang gak masuk akal anjing, sumpah dah, najis. Ada lu jadi Pak Kuito, siapa Pak Kuito? Nyari temen cok. Gua kalau dapur itu tuh tolol guys, gua kasih tau. Yang tolol tuh dapur itu, Rizky Akma itu tuh manusia tolol gitu. Manusia nggak ada otak tuh. Nah itu. Setuju, bener kan? Oh ini stage joke, siapa yang bilang main di backstage dah tolol dah. Banyak member fast member lagi nggak nih? Ntar kalau ada subaton ya, itu baru seru pas subaton. Kalau sekarang nggak seru.
This is it. This is VCT Last Chance Qualifier Pacific. Here we are with the Talon boys coming out.
Jangan Jok. Ntar lu setim yang namanya Lamka tolol Jok, gua kasih tahu aja. Lamka Dapurito yang DAP, wah itu tolol cuma jangan.
Top notch, best in the business.
Aku mau
Eat
ikut.
your hearts out, EMEA and Americans.
Yor tahan lawak. Naga. Yor tahan tahu kiriman Dark Jokes gila ntar gue genapin. Kiriman Dark Jokes gua ntar gue genapin. Mana ya coba. Tapi jangan di YouTube, Cok. Gue tinju lu ya.
Little video for LCQ. You can see that they're definitely prepped up.
DFM though, this is the biggest question. What form can they show us here today?
Cok, gue kira Jasifas, Cok, yang tengah. Anjir.
Finally get that first win, jump the hurdle. Because again, if they can do it, maybe we just end up seeing this kind of mirrored miracle run of a winless squad making their way through LCQ like we've been seeing through. Because I mean, I had to check the results when I woke up, and I was just like, oh my god, they actually took down Leviathan. Like, how is this happening? How are they getting it done? DFM can also mirror that. I think it's safe to see.
Gantar gue kirim IG nih mana. Soalnya jago tapi defense cupu. What the fuck, apaan sih? Gue kira perbandingan, Jok. Brando.
Wouldn't mind it. And then maybe Achilles with a clown wig too.
Jangan, Cok. Aduh.
I'm not going full-blown sideshow over here, but
I would love to see that. I was gonna say I would love to see the miracle run with DFM, but I would love even more to see Achilles in a clown wig.
Cok, si Zeus ini mirip si Burkum, Jok. Bentar ya.
It is so tough to be the underdog, not just in Pacific, but you know, back at home in Japan too, with Zeta being the other team right now. I think they just, I want to see that performance for them. I want them to go into next year's league looking much more solid.
That's the thing about Pacific.
Siput babi. Allah anjing. Goblok.
Last time, Talon won 13-11 on Lotus, 13-4.
Anjir, vokalis Zipilia gak ada Sildam ya? Gak tahu. Goblok anjing, siput babi. Gak ada. Gak ada filternya anjing.
The pep talk.
Jit, sushi, and then just boy.
Gak ada otaknya anjing.
But yeah, I mean, try to get the players jazzed up, get them ready to go. See DFM already ready to take their seats. As they will just go ahead, get the rally, get the hands raised up into the air, and then get ready to rock. And we'll have to see what the map draft is going to be looking like here, because I think there's a lot of different places that you really would love to tackle, but obviously with just two bans on either side, fairly limited options. So what do you go for?
DFM.
DFM starting
DFM.
off with that first ban.
Talon.
You know, Haven, again, like none of the, okay, it will be the Haven ban, but I mean, everything has been bad for both squads overall. If you look at the win rates, I think like near end of season for Talon, when they were on their run.
Yang the real gacor tuh scary, Jok. Menolak franchise, dapat duit gede di Blitz, terus lolos ke franchise. Wah, gacor, Jok, duitnya, Jok.
It's Old Faithful, but it's still not a great map for either squad. That's the problem, is nothing has looked particularly great. They're choosing to go to Ascent. Their all-time win record on this map is 29% for Talon. It's not been great. They're 1-3 in Pacific alone, so if you just focus it down, they've only been able to pick up one win on that map so far this season. Otherwise, it's just been losses across the board. And DFM in their own right, 0-3 on that map. So this is going to be an interesting one. I think it's going to be somewhat scrappy, especially if DFM are going to be.
Yang penting gak perlu fokus Ascension. DFM udah pernah menang. Ya feeling gue DFM menang dah, entah kenapa.
Thinking about some of these agent comps too, I think just on a
Accent free.
Talon has showed us a little bit more innovation, so maybe they'll be better. But onto Fracture, we're pulling out the neon.
Okay. So it is going to be the neon on the opposite side, and show me, yep, Zenfree is going to be playing duelist here. So Anthem going to initiate. Yeah, it's not going to be in the sky. And that makes sense for Fracture. It's a lot less common to see that.
Nggak jadi deh, ini kayak menang Talon dah.
All-time most played agent overall. So we get to see
Neon Chok, hah?
I want to see what suggests, because that looked like it might have been a breach, and this is going to be very different. Meanwhile, for Talon,
anjir, ini map apaan? Gak pakai
Fox still on the initiator, Cruz
split ya? Atau apa sih?
Kind of controlling the map across everything.
Map apaan, Cuk? Gak pakai ini?
I don't know. It's just going to change things up so much.
Fracture. Oh, Fracture.
Wait, Patty Fan is on the controller.
Yeah, it's Pat coming out here with the Brimstone. I was going to say, I need to take a second look at this one. I mean, curious. Obviously, neither team playing these comps in the past, so we're in uncharted territory, but I'm very curious to see how this is going to go.
I love that it's uncharted territory. I mean, look, we want to see some fun here over in LCQ, and this is a good sign already. Based on the track record of both these teams, we needed change, and they bring it on map 1.
Excited, I'm ready. I mean, time to throw all the old notes out the window because it's time to take some new ones.
All right, we are gonna go into map 1. We are ready for LCQ.
LCQ.
Paper Thin and William, welcome back.
Kalau ada FM diganti aja, apakah bakal kompetitif di franchise? I don't know, man.
All right, thank you very much, Desk. And already with the map draft and the agent space, we're seeing these differences that the Desk just talked about. I just want to mention, I do believe Talon actually played this composition, but not with this roster in the very first week of Pacific. So that's like ages before.
Yeah, I mean, still, you got to imagine that both these teams have been working really hard during this break in between the regular season and the LCQ, cooking up new things, changing some positions around, especially DFM here, seeing Zenfree go back onto that Raze, bringing Suggest back into the roster, now on Initiators, kind of trying to find the right role for him in the squad. We know that Suggest can pop off. Can he be...
Si Putracim baru saja memberikan 150.000. JJN lupa berdoa.
Yeah, I mean, that's all eyes, I think, on DFM, quite frankly, right? Because while Talon showed a lot of promise in the beginning of the year, then they faltered, and then they started to show a little bit of that hope again. So I feel like Talon's maybe a bit more of a known value, although I would say
dulu scary kalau franchise semuanya main di Paperex ya. Kalau ditolak kami taruh Blitz ya.
Nggak tahu, bro. Regular VCT Pacific season and now here for the LCQ. We take a look at Fracture for map 1 between DFM and Talon.
Yeah, a lot of ghosts as per usual. Taka J is going to go for a little bit of extra armor here.
Duit bah dikatain lo. Iya, karena lu nggak tahu apa ya, Jok.
This looks like a B split here for the side of Talon. And maybe some flashes to get this neon going.
Gua kecilin deh facecam-nya, sabar ya.
You gotta have Zenfree on the other side, trying to hold that B main push, potentially by himself. But the turret there kind of leads me to believe that this might just be sort of fake aggression here from Talon, or they might not full commit to this right off the rip. They might kind of try to pull some attention over towards that B side of the map and then try and potentially go in a different direction.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, they're definitely waiting for the turret contact, so that will be the first information they work with, trying to see if they can gather some other information. However, what this should allow them to do is also push with this neon all the way through Arcade, as long as they don't get taken out immediately, and Taka J is just going to back off.
Yeah, and this looks like it is going to be a full-on B execute here. Zenfree's stuck on the site by himself. Shut down.
Nowhere to go. Quite frankly, just couldn't react in time.
Zenfree ngapain sih?
Had to bail before being able to really let his teammate know, as he was in danger of being stunned as well. So now already a 4v5 for the retake. The plant will go down safely while stunned. Pattyfan is still able to fight back, and he's gonna get that kill immediately. Reyna answers back, but still the
tukar posisi in-game sama facecam lu. Lu aja tukar muka lu.
Evening things out.
Wow, Taka J there with a big kill, giving him a chance. But Fox here, undetected in this smoke, might be able to do some serious damage.
Chip Boys will a little bit extra damage though, and Aftershock buying more time, and looks like another flash drive ready to go, but the timing on it, and Reyna gets the peek around. Still a good chance here for DFM, but they're so low. Just one tap each, and Cruz and Chip Boys will clean up, giving the first round to Talon.
Yeah, just a really clean execute here for Talon, and Zenfree just stuck behind that fast lane. Not much he can really do other than try to hide and see if he can trade one out. Not able to do so, and that gives Talon a pretty good entry. DFM with some good utility usage here on the attempted retake. Over there you can see Zenfree just kind of caught out in the open. That stun did land on the pat like you mentioned, but still able to find one despite that dazed up status. And at the end there, Talon able to fall back into those post-plant positions with that KJ, with that breach. You know, really able to kind of, as we've seen all the time, classically lock down from the main side of B.
And we are looking at rifle buys right away here in the second round for Talon. 1 Vandal, 2 Bulldogs. Nothing too crazy, but definitely an investment that showcases they do want to snowball forward. Also, while we take a look at this low, we do want to mention it was Boy sitting in that stage seat on stage. He's the one that's going to have the ability to call the timeouts and guide this team through. See how that works out for Talon right now. We're taking a look at another execute onto B, and immediately
Garnet di sini, bos.
Triple kill, surely. They should be able to just lock this site down. A flawless, pretty much incoming here for Talon. Reyna just hoping to get 1, if not 2 kills, but even that's not going to be enough damage, as Jip Boys did start the round with just a ghost.
Nian, gua kenapa nggak kayak gitu ya?
Pretty good stuff here from Talon. Just a great execute for Garnet.
Nggak tahu, bro. Gua mau jawabnya gimana? Sumpah, kalau lu tanya kayak gitu, gua nggak tahu mau jawabnya gimana, jujur. Mendingan lu usah nanya kayak gitu, Jok.
This is a flawless round here for the side of Talon, but
you know,
Gua aja nggak berani nanya kayak gitu. Lu nanya kayak gitu, Jok. Wah, nggak tahu mau jawabnya kayak gimana sih.
On the attacker side for Talon, you know, potential combo with some of the fade utility and other things like that here for the side of DFM. But the fade has to be pretty impactful for the side of DFM. I'd really like to see them work to kind of keep track of that Neon, slow it down with the utility, really try to keep Garnets in check and not let him start running over this map.
Yeah, we've talked about that in previous casts as well. Fade is so good as that hard counter to Neon, but you have to get the information early so that you can prepare for it. At the same time, Talon, it looks like therefore they're always just throwing that 0 point and then running for it. They don't want to get slowed down, but this time they will have to, as we do get spotted right through that door. Anthem getting that Prowler just in time. Slow things down, get the smoke down.
Dikasihnya kenapa nggak ke neonnya ya? Bisa diobrak-abrik. Rumah tangganya Lamka.
Already has his ult, and I'm curious to see if Talon is going to invest it in this round, or if they want to maybe try to save it for the next buy round here, or just kind of start cycling them. There's very different philosophies amongst different teams, so let's see what Talon has in store for us with that really powerful ult. If they're going to use it, just clear tower here, maybe just try to get the plant down.
That seems likely, right? And that seems like a pretty decent idea, especially for us as we can see the mini-map, as it would do some
delay ya, Cuk ya. Coba gua cek ah.
However, they just want to reset. It looks like Talon still believing the fact that they will have the speed advantage once they decide to execute, but they're going to cut noise so that this time the Fade cannot be prepared for that immediate execute into the site. They're going through stands first, clear out Heaven on ropes, and now the 0 point on the site. They know it's empty. This should be a free site. Now the question, back post against DFM.
Loh, kok bisa ada gua ada delay sih? Pantesan, Cok.
And already on the back foot is Detonation Focus Me.
Yeah, this is brutal now. Now you've got that deep post plant, a good kill from Cruz onto Zenfree as well to shut down the flank from Dish. I mean, DFM already not with many other options left here except to maybe back off.
Yeah, I mean, a save on your first buy round does not feel good. However,
delaynya udah gua matiin dah.
At the long game, I mean, you have to get all the way to 13 rounds. You can't just start throwing the kitchen sink right away. Then the entire house will crumble. And so DFM, they will back off. Surely it leaves a sour taste, but they don't have a choice. And meanwhile, it's a bonus here for Talon.
Tunggu Ren ini.
Might as
Wah, ini kena bonus, Cok.
Surely.
Sebenarnya jatuhnya bonus gak sih 3 Vandal kayak gini, cuy?
DFM, they need to stay
enggak kan ya?
Until the spike goes off.
Halo.
Can he get the kill? No, Rada's prepared for it. Thankfully, the turret's still being in action.
Oh, mati 2 deh, sorry.
Oh, this is phenomenal for Talon. Just a great job working the map. Kind of catch DFM
Gimana sih
really
caranya, cuy?
leaning towards the B side, as that has been Talon's tendency, right? Throughout the first couple of the rounds, they went B. Pretty fast hits for the most part, and this time around, they really took their time. They worked the map a little bit, and that caused DFM to get a little bit lost in the sauce there, and you only have Anthem there on the site, kind of that key piece to kind of shut, like we've been talking about, shut down the Neon potentially. He's just cut down right away. Not much else that DFM can really do there. They lose Zenfree on an attempted crunch from Dish, and that's the round over. I mean, just really clean, efficient stuff here from Talon so far.
And Zenfree now just has to stick with a Sheriff, of course. 3 rifles saved, but the rest cannot buy back up. They still have to equalize on their econ here for the credits.
Ultra low latency udah.
Has to back off, and one thing we're starting to notice here, the reason even in that previous round, they only had Anthem map either paper thin. I mean, they're just letting Talon have their choice of entrance. And there's 4 of them here on this.
Dari OBS-nya aman, cuy.
Yeah, exactly.
Udah gua matiin
They
delaynya.
kind of guessed that maybe A main they could put the pressure, but instead they might have the opportunity to play some post plant here. But again, with that orbital strike in play, it's going to be really, really tough. And yeah, Suggest already gone, but Fox not ready for Takage hiding in that smoke.
Yeah, gets a little overeager, just wants to expand a bit more, but Garnet's correctly pushing into A main as well. He's now pretty much cleared it. So once again, DFM in the same boat. They only have.
Oh gila, ini DFM emang harus rombak roster, Cok. Rombak semua, Cok. You're in.
Meanwhile, Garnet's backing back towards the site so that he can provide support if needed, but it does not look like it's going to be needed. Pattyfan still looking from Dish.
Now, Rada gonna have to go absolutely monstrous here with a ridiculous.
Ini DFM kenapa gak ganti roster, dah minimal ganti host. Gak bisa, Cok, kan ada roster locknya. Ada waktu transfer window tuh ada waktunya, gak bisa kayak langsung kayak zaman dulu tuh. Gak bisa kayak sekarang yang kayak maksudnya gak bisa kayak dulu yang tinggal gonta-ganti buyout saat itu gak bisa. Ada transfer window-nya.
Rada just getting a consolation, not even that though, as he loses his own rifle as well. So just a couple extra kills to his team, and already a 4-0 lead for Talon.
Yeah, this is starting to quickly slide. very much against DFM as they are going to take a much
Udah,
needed
Jok.
timeout
Saatnya
here.
ganti, Jok. Roster
No, they
ceng.
did not.
And it's sliding away from him.
Yeah, like what you did there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking great. Let's go back, as it looks like we might have a bit more time here, Favor. Then it did look like in the pistol, okay, DFM, they were starting to work a little bit more as a team. They had some setups going, and suddenly in the second round afterwards, they start to lose all control.
Yeah, it seems like, to me, Talon has a pretty good read on like how DFM is going to react to things. So it's like the first round, the pistol.
Soldier yang mana sih? Gak ada belum. Gak main gue.
Who knows?
Jagoan kagak, Jok. Gua nggak bilang jagoan gua.
Then they try a different strategy. They go to A, it's left open because DFM is just, kind of suspecting that maybe Talon is just going to try to kind of do that strategy that teams will do where they're just like, we're just going to keep doing it until it stops working, right? We'll just keep hitting B. But actually, Talon's like, we're going to work the map a little bit. We're going to take our time. We're going to get a little bit of info, and then we're going to go into A. And this time around, right, they're like, okay, we haven't tried an A dish push. Let's go through there, cut through drop. And, DFM had changed their setup to like try to put some pressure in A main, try to maybe collapse a little bit more.
Kalau kalah langsung keluar dari franchise. Enggak gitu anjir.
Yeah, so now that you've run through the past 4 rounds, what we're basically looking at is Talon has
Iya deh. Bukan, tapi nggak keluar dari franchise, nggak masuk champion. Cuman nggak masuk champion, nggak keluar dari franchise kan. 4 tahun mereka. Kalau misalkan itu ntar degradasi, ntar kalau misalkan masih capung kayak gini.
They will always have the authority on what's going on. Meanwhile, now finally a push out coming from DFM. It looks like this is what Coach Melifovia wanted to talk about. You have to push out and fracture. That's always been the name of the game.
Menurut gue ini kan mereka udah setahun ya. Tapi kalau misalkan sampai sekarang masih nggak menang sih, menurut gue harusnya roster rombak ya. Bukan masalah chemistry lagi nih mah.
Talent wise to the tricks there. I think that fault line probably kind of tipped the hand a little bit of DFM, and Talon smart enough to keep themselves back. And full on B execute here is, this looks pretty standard.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very clean. Of course, the enemy lockdown coming in through, but the orbital strike is still available for Pouty Fun. So
wah gila, coy.
To use it. Eventually, no, they're just going to plant it, and they're just going to get 3 players detained. I don't know about this. It looks
oh
like
shit! Hello.
Spike to be planted, only get 1 person detained, but they have 2 extra, not in the fight currently. And with the 3 down there, the rest have to be in arcade and tower. DFM now working with clears out Cruz as well. The orbital strike against the Portland Garnett peeks right off of it, equalizes down to a 2v2.
I mean, just unbelievable play here from Garnett's. Gonna pop his ult as well. Try and see if he can get some more damage done. Pat gonna be working the corner here with his teammate, trying to play off contact. They've got 1. Can they get the final?
Oh, he's just drawing attention, but
what?
Not enough bullets as Anthem's able to swing back
what
out.
The fuck,
had the half done. And while it was a bit chaotic, DFM will finally put a number on the board.
That had to be miscommunication during the round there for Talon. I don't know what else to say about it. I think there was some confusion about the position they were in, and if they could get outside of the lockdown in time, save that strike for the post plant like they wanted. Yeah, Pat does do that, but 3 players detained. That's not good, and they lose 2 players in the mix of those 3. So
what the fuck, Patipan, cok? Wife, cok. Wah, gila.
With that kind of misstep during that round, Talent still almost.
Yes. It was still anybody's.
I know.
Until that very last bullet. So DFM, while you're happy you put a win on the board, look at your credits, look at the overall situation. It's not something to celebrate just yet. For Sheriffs, only the 1 Vandal saved over from Anthem, and no one else has armor either. So even being able to play kind of as his meat shield for that Vandal, not going to be quite successful. Site emptied once again, and they don't have a main control either.
Ooh.
And what is this? The Nano Swarm gets a double kill. Talon, they are just absolutely getting bodied by the Killjoy utility.
It was an alarm bot with the vulnerable into the Nano Swarm at drop. Really nice setup there from Reita to get that double and really equalize this round. And you even get the ult out of Fox here. Still a couple big ults. Taka J with that orbital strike. Anthem.
Wah, ini bahaya sih.
As well. And here we go. The Nightfall is down.
Yeah, they're gonna just check for A-Man. Doesn't quite hit the members.
Dia bilang, oh semua di side, oh semua di side.
By Garnets as well, so Talon, they're still working with the crossfire, but Zephyr flies in. The Nanoswarms keep them at bay, but they hold the
gila,
nice
cuy. Ganti lu aja ya, bagusan resume. Bener, coy. Bagusan gua, cok.
Before they let it slip too far.
Udah gak ada PDP-nya nih pemain defense.
What a setup here from Reita. kind of a unique one with the alarm bot's on the box right underneath drop, and there's a smoke on top of it, so you can't really see it. And then there's the nano swarm underneath the box.
Nanonya di mana sih?
You can watch it. Boom.
Oh anjir, di stun sama Nano gila. Cuy.
Kill out of it. Just a really smart setup. Probably a slow in there as well to help. And just a phenomenal round there from DFM. And they're right back in this thing now, Will. Able to bank up some extra cash.
Beda tuh masih 0-6 nggak ada bikin pressure. Oh iya ya benar juga ya. Cok, harus gue cok. Paling nggak gue masih bisa bunuh satu. Ini orang ganti crosser dia. Mana lu bisa bahasa Jepang kan ya? Nah, iya cok, bener.
A great trap play in that previous
round
now forces Talon to have to reconsider their options. They cannot just start bulldozing through wherever they choose, because they're now seeing, okay, DFM did come prepared. It's not like they picked this without reason. This fracture is something we need to be aware of.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got some pretty unique setups now. And the Killjoy swaps back over to the B side, but A main pressure, a 5-stack here. Anthem low on utility, just that C's in the back, but a lot of players stunned up there. And the C's as well good to slow down Talon's push, at least initially, and a good double kill from Jess.
Jess holding the far angle and then
wah, ternyata DFM coba pemanasan jok 4-0.
A great setup once again. Anthem using the mentality of pro players to his advantage. He leaves the door open, so he expects them to try off guard. He's already running away, slows him down, like you said, by throwing out that C's. They cannot follow through immediately. And then it suggests who's actually waiting at a further angle as they try to check once again. DFM's trap plays are starting to come online.
Yeah, I love the way they stagger this, right? The breach utility first, he's got that C's saved, just puts it right outside of the door, and then Suggest is right there to back up Anthem. Really smart stuff here from DFM after that timeout, and this is going to force the counter timeout from Boy for Talon as they try to figure out how can they avoid
terus lagi malah
a bit early. Now it's like DFM has got the read on him.
Well, especially after that previous round, right? I mean, it was 4 sheriffs. You lost to that just because you lost 2 members to the Nano Swarm. And then it forced Talon to take things slow in this previous round. And that also goes against their entire MO. They want to go fast. They want to hit hard. You might not have to plant the spike right away, but you do want to clear out one area immediately off the bat.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's really the value that you're getting out of this Neon, especially on the attacker side, right? Like, that's really where you want to get a lot of value out of this Neon. Get those fast hits, use those relay bolts to clear some space, and then, you know, even if, like you said, you don't get the plant down, sure, whatever, you still have that ability to get the map, maybe fan out a little bit, get some information potentially, and rotate off the back of that information, off those Neon pushes as well. So let's see here how they're going to adjust, but DFM doing a really nice job finding a couple unique setups as the B stack is pretty thick here. 3-2 or the side of DFM.
Yeah, and the Prowler does get spotted by Fox, so it's going to keep Anthem at bay as well. But here's the idea from DFM, right? You know that the enemy has to be on an eco. You're just checking. You want to keep these fights at long range, and Suggest already clears out Patty Fan. That's no smokes now on the attack here. Sure, you've still got the Neon who can put up her walls, but that's a one-time chance. And Talon not looking like they have too many options. And they're not exactly spread out to overtake all the orbs either. Already Dish pushed out by Zenfree. He's got control of that. Anthem still watching A main as well.
Yeah, I like the call for the rotate. You know that Suggest is over here. You know that the KJ is there with that utility. A little bit more difficult with just those sheriffs to kind of handle some of what KJ throws at you. So time to go to the other side, see if you can get it done against Anthem. Not able to find that opening shot.
He does have the C's ready. He throws it right away just to try to buy some time. It is enough for Zenfree to come through. They hear the slide. Zenfree knows the Neon is in. He immediately gets the kill.
Finally kill, cuy!
Molly comes out from Takeshi.
Real kah?
There is no entrance into this side.
Wah, baru dapat nih.
Trying a couple extra shots for good.
Deadlock belum boleh dipakai ya? Kayaknya belum deh. Nggak tahu sih. Akhirnya cuy. Walaupun Iko ya.
Not have a way into this A site. Not enough time to rotate to B either.
Yeah, exactly. There's not a lot Talon can do here except try to find a couple more picks maybe with these sheriffs, see if they can get something done. Just get out of this with a few extra credits potentially. Zenfree there, gonna pop off the crossfire. There you go. Anthem finds the last 2, and it's all evened up, Chobra.
Wow. I mean, compared to how things started, you know, pissed around, sure, we saw a little bit of a fight back from DFM, but then it was a flawless in the second round, and then the bonus going to Talon. We thought, uh-oh, here we go again. But DFM, an excellent early timeout, really pays off dividends. They've now caught up. Already not a terrible score. If they can get 1 or 2 extra, obviously it'd be even better.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, I've been talking to some of the teams behind the scenes here, and a lot of them have been higher on DFM in terms of like what they're seeing, you know, behind, you know, what's going on in the scrims and things like that. And you can see the results. They are a little bit more well-oiled here. They've got some really unique ideas, some good ideas, and that Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, just early, right off the bat, because they heard the blast backs, but they still can't catch the raise either. And Zephyr was ready with the show. Zephyr gets one and is able to find time.
Wah, Anthem lagi kenapa nih gacor, Jok?
Back around, enters the site, clears it. Spike is now dropped as well, and it was
Wah, gacor coy, DFM coy.
Take over 5-4.
Huge round for DFM, really able to turn the tide here on their defender side. Good little counterplay attempted by Talon, but Zenfree able to get that rocket off in time, get some much needed backup from Anthem, picks up a huge double. Just really good job there working that tree, coming in and out, and you can see even though it catches him, he just pops it, gets the kill. Anthem doing a great job. Suggest finds a very clean double there. Ready for the plays. Man, this Talon team looks like they're playing off each other now. Looks like they've kind of regrouped and figured things out, and now a fault line off the rip here.
Uh-oh, but the gun wasn't quite out. They can't take advantage of the day status as Zenfree
Cok,
recovers with
baru nyala Jok Zenfree cuy.
able to help clear out that kill. The orbital strike now having to be used just to find that kill on the 13 remaining health points. Sure, you get the kill, but it can't quite feel good. Now down to a 3v3. You do still have the lockdown on the side of Talon Esports. They still have a couple options to try to break through. However, the B site is where there are 2 members still remaining. A stack available. Takajay gets one.
Waduh, nggak ketret.
Boys there, staying alive is really crucial with this lockdown, but you got 2 kills, so might not even need to invest it anyway. But now Rada on his own versus his counterpart in Jitboys and Cruz with that spike. They're going to be shifting their way up towards the tower, going up the rope, and Rada trying to read this, trying to predict it.
Aduh, nggak dipasang lagi turretnya.
Situation in front of him, but he's actually going to be rotating
Wah,
down in towards B main. And
wah kocak.
That works, yeah, the cutting noise and just buying the time. They had an extra minute or so left already. So we do see Talon. They just wanted to see if any movement showed up from Rada.
Gila, kantinnya nggak
okay,
dijaga.
I made the wrong call. I'm going to try to catch them off guard by running all the way to A. The footsteps are heard in tower. Rada now realizes mistake a couple seconds too late. Talon with the 2v1 advantage. They are just holding tower, ready to swing out. The turret there for information as well. Catch first sight, the spike planted right outside the door. Rada should have a decent idea of how this one's going to work out. However, the question is, you have the reaction speed. They're even prepared for the flank right now. They know that he's coming up, but they don't catch him right away. Cruz still able to swing around, get the headshot onto Rada.
Whoa, one of those bullets went right over Cruz's head. But yeah, I mean, just a really good recovery here by Talon, and Jitboys with a big double. Cruz still had all of his utility if things went real sideways, but good post-plan setup, the turret to check from the spawn. At that point, you know, just kind of second-guessing himself was Rada, but again, a nice attempt from DFM. It looked like for a moment they might have had Talon on the ropes, but Jitboy is able to just step up there out of arcade and really open up a lot of space.
Yeah, and a lot of the maps during the regular season earlier in
Kalau Yor udah kelas itu muke lu tuh. Diam lu ya, gue tinju lu.
Putting up the kills, you know, able to just keep the team alive for just a bit longer. Looking to do the same again. Now this tempo brought back right up as Talon has found that confidence. They have the full buys, but the door is wide
Gila
open.
sendirian.
Able to find
Kayak orang gila, cuy.
Chance is absolutely his home as he locks it down once again. The spike stranded in the middle of A main, and even the daze status not doing as much as Fox would have wanted, as Fox wasn't able to get the kill right away. Now down to a 1v2.
Aduh, dipus, aduh.
Foxy. Where the remaining one member is. What? Fox immediately. Just the, oh my God, the reset. Just 2 taps onto each, and he's able to clutch it 1v2.
I am right there. That round was wild. So First of all, Talon there trying to put pressure, so it's the same fault.
Wah, Anthem udah bunuh 3, Jok. Teman-temannya nge-pick sendirian. Satu orang gila nge-pick, ngebunuh 1, bunuh 2. Anthem udah bunuh lagi 3.
And yet still, you know, they lose the first one, they lose Zenfrey, who kind of peeks on his own, but then Anthem just steps in there, knocks a bunch down, and I like the pressure that Talon tries to put there, trying to catch a player outside of the door or something like that, I suspect. But instead, it was DFM playing back, and it looked like the round was theirs. It looked like they had done a pretty good job of kind of anticipating Talon's pressure, that fast hit. But still, Fox in the end just somehow, some way, will able to find the nuttiest double kill there.
I mean, I was ready to call that round all the way for DFM. Now the lockdown to use, and DFM quite well aware of this possibility. They've already tried to empty it. Reyna tries to swing around for the kill. He knows they'll be waiting in sewers, but he's not able to win the duel against Satine right before he goes down. They hear the operator now as well. Talon well aware. The flash drive comes out. He spots 2, but is he aware of the last one of Anthem? He's not quite sure of the location. Anthem gets 1 kill. If he can find another, there's still hope for DFM. Oh no, the shorties can't get the kill right away, but Chip Boys will bring out the Vandal in time.
Well, an attempt here at something kind of, you know, a little bit off script for DFM with Anthem grabbing that operator, and it's a quick push towards the attacker's spawn from DFM, but Talon able to find that space, able to find that pick onto B with another kind of dialed up fast hit. And look at Anthem's scoreline right now.
Yeah.
17-8.
He's not only keeping the team in the game, he is absolutely trying to lead them to a victory, a comeback win, so to speak. Sure, they had the lead for just 1 round, but immediately this first half is equalized at 7-5. Talon right back where they started by keeping the lead on the attacking half.
This was a really swingy half, you know, so it starts out Talon wins 4, and then it's 5 in a row for DFM, and then
pusing. Every pusing, Job.
Could have gone either way. It felt like there were a lot of like big, like multi-kill moments that really turned the rounds on their heads. And this guy right here that you're seeing on his screen was a big.
Prediksi RRQ versus harusnya menang. Nggak tahu lah. RRQ sih kayak.
Absolutely looking to top the server on all stats accounted for. I mean, 2.6 KDA. You see the breakdown there. 17 kills that we mentioned.
Waktu kemarin pas group stage RRQ lawan game menang siapa?
SDFM looks to attack now. Maybe the kill is not going to be coming in as much as he'll have to support.
Pas
his
group
teammates a lot
stage.
more. He's now going to be the one who has to provide all the setups for Zenfrey on that raise, but Zenfrey's going to be hungry for that. He didn't get to really pop off in the first half, but right now the spotlight is on him.
RRQ menang 2-0.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm really there's a cruise fighting sign there. I like that. That's very nice. But yeah, Zenfrey here. This is a big change that DFM has made here, allowing Zenfrey to go back to that raise and putting that pressure on him as a duelist. And like the desk talked about earlier, yeah, he's got a lot of experience. It's his most played agent of all time, but he hasn't played it in quite some time. Yeah. So even though I'm sure he's been scrimming hard and practicing hard.
Kalau Skarosi main atau menang RRQ sih.
Yeah, but also,
Tapi ada Skarosi jago
you're the
anjir.
type of player born for the stage. This is that opportunity, right? You say,
Yeah,
okay,
franchise
right back where I
player ya.
wanted to be. Take this as a confidence boost. Go in, prove yourself. I mean, Zenfrey, there's a reason why a lot of fans, not just in Japan, but around the world, actually looked at this guy on the old Northeption roster and said, he's also one of those players to keep. He came onto DFM, everyone said, okay, with Zenfrey there, I actually might have more confidence in this team, although I don't know how the chemistry works out. He wasn't able to really put up those stats.
Oh, yang ame Sushi Boy ya?
But now on the race, he looks
Sushi mending malah foto jam.
his story here.
Beda Rossi,
Very
Cok.
first year of VCT now facing the barrel, and LCQ Pacific and immediately the push.
Kasian Sugesto,
Does not
Sugesto.
stop no matter which side of the map she is on. Continues on for extra kills on Garnett. He reloads. There's still another.
Wah, gila cuy.
Wow, with the cover, they just did not expect that many members here from Talon.
Yeah, I mean, again, Talon has a good read on their pistol rounds of kind of how DFM
Halo.
wants to approach this. It's just a fight, a good stun.
Forsi kok nggak dimasukin roster utama RRQ karena dia kan awalnya content creator.
With his utility here to set up that push out, the relay
Bagusan mana Mele Mega Match Spam yang baru apa Karamit River?
Winning both pistols, they won 3 out of 4 pistols.
Karamit
The last time
River,
these two teams squared off back in the very last week of Pacific, I think it was. Very last week, yeah. And
Itu ya Patipan yang Dulakstan ya? Iya.
Very kind of similar story is what I'm getting here. Yes, DFM did put up a fight on Lotus, right? It was a really close map the last time these two teams played, but after that, it kind of all fell apart when you went to bind for Talon, who just started stringing rounds together and see if they get some value.
Ya, nggak bisa lagi,
Clean
Cok.
shot from Anthem,
Jangan kayak orang gila,
adding
Cok.
on to the kill score. And they do have the stiff tack ready to go, and it's not saving them. The movement just not fast enough. But Fox and Jim boys are gonna try.
Ya Allah, Anthem udah berubah aja, cok.
One Bulldog and 2 Spectres. Can they trade out one of them for the extra Bulldog? They'll have to clean up the kills first. They're all just staying grouped up. They have the spike down. There's not much of a chance here for Rada as he goes down. Will they be able to recover that one? It looks like it's 2 Bulldogs, 1 Spectre saved over for 4 weapons bought.
Well, no matter
20,
what the
Jok.
results are here for either of these teams, and it should be mentioned, this is a brutal day for both of these teams.
Yes.
Practice for so long, for so hard, to get back to the stage, to get back here to VCT Pacific LCQ, to come back to the Sangam Coliseum, and this is it, a best of 3, and you're either going on or you're going home. So, regardless of all that, Anthem is really making a case here today that he is the real deal. This guy has been clearly putting in some time and effort. You know, we talk about him a lot because he have these spectacular rounds, these aces, these other things. You know, can he find some more value? Takajay with a good opener.
Yeah, I mean, they know that the Neon's going to run out every single time, as Talon looks to do. Now, they did not quite realize that he made it all the way down through sewers. Rada gets caught unawares. However, weapon advantage, of course, still in favor of DFM as they have the buys. And oh no, here comes the rope, and Patty Pan looking to just spray it out for whatever kill. Thought he had the timing to come across, but DFM, they were just resetting. They were just going back to spawn.
Only Patty Pan, man. Only Patty Pan.
On the Brit as well. Just so confidently. He's like, I'm the superhero now. Talent Superfly incoming. Didn't quite work out in this round.
I just love it. Why not? You might catch him off guard. You know what? You're up 9-5.
Yeah, you're on a bonus. I mean, listen, it's not the end of the world. It's not like he did this when they were tied like 11-11 or something like that. So I agree with you. It's not the worst of things, but it was a hilarious moment as we now look at a 2v4 potential retake. Suggest only sitting with 5 HP. He's the one on site. He's just there to get info, buy time, maybe get a lucky kill if he can, but he's barely going to peek out. He's just watching to see if they ever approach the site. And Talon, I mean, they've picked up a Phantom as well. I think for Fox, maybe you just carry this over. Already the numbers not in your advantage.
I agree with you. I'd like to see him grab this one and leave. Yep, we're good. There's no reason, there's no way in heck you're getting to this post plant.
Ernest is going to look for a weapon, maybe?
Yeah, I don't think he can get out though.
Yeah, all the way deep. I don't know about that one. That's a little bit of a further distance, and he just wants an extra kill, but says, okay, if I'm going to die anyway, I'll die to the spike.
So, you know what, all things considered, look, it is a bit comical to see Patty Pan try these things, but he is one of those guys who's willing to take risks that other players aren't. And my thing is, if this kind of puts DFN in a mind state where they have to be watching that rope a little bit more carefully, that might draw some utility. It might draw a player towards that rope a little bit longer and give them maybe you know, a slight edge, you know, an A main or B main or something like that potentially, or on the other side of the map, Dish and Arcade as well. So in a lot of ways, I don't mind it too much. It's funny as heck to watch, but you know what, it could actually work out pretty well for him. Look, well, what do you know? It's Neon go.
Yeah, once again, but this time a bit of a safer execute out of the site, just making sure they hide, draw the utility. So it's just utility trade for trade on the cooldowns. But I like this idea because what you just mentioned, Paper Thin, Talon seems to be working off of that. So most likely assuming that that turret might be installed again on the north side of the map, as it often is, watching the ropes. So that means we have the numbers advantage down south. They've already covered all the way to spawn. They know this is all A main right now, potential on Dish, but the turret's watching that one as well. The aftershock to buy time. Cruz, he's holding the close angle. Now aware of Sands as they've opened the door. The paint shell's just trying to isolate these fights into 1v1s, and they are going to be successful as DFM. They will get 3 kills to open up the site right away.
I thought Talon had this on lockdown. This looked like a really good setup. The utility to buy time. Garnett's on the flank. Patty Pan as well coming through spawn, but the shots are just too good. Takajay able to find it. Patty Pan gets Takajay in response, but what do you do here, Will? It's a 1v4.
Man, you know, Takajay is one of those players. I know we had that run it back episode as we most likely see
Anthem killnya lebih baik dari lawannya, iya, Cok.
You know, where they interviewed the players before this LCQ Pacific, and Takajay was one player who he didn't save, you know, he didn't mince any words. He just said, you know what, it all sucks, right? And there was so much to work on. We didn't get a single win. He just said it like it was. He said he wanted revenge. Patty Pan getting 1 kill for his troubles, but Takajay, the aim he's putting up once again, it's reminiscent of what we used to see from him in days past.
Yeah, and he's a guy I talk about from this region a lot as a natural aimer. Like he's got mechanical.
Apakah DFM bakal foto satu tim buat apa?
Very high on him for a very long time. You know, with him being previously on some of the other big orgs in Japan, he came over here to DFM. And again, I think a lot of people look at DFM this year and think, you know, you went 0-8, like this was clearly not, you know, the right roster or whatever. And I don't fault DFM for the players they picked, because a lot of these players are some of the best in their region, mechanically. You know, but it just didn't gel together. Like you mentioned earlier, man, like it just hasn't quite come together the way you would have liked to have seen with this honestly a good roster.
First game kegedean tadi kecil, tadi udah gua kecilin.
The brutal honesty is going to be maybe
Satu tim masih menang, satu tim pulang. Jadi yang mana yang benar?
The combination doesn't quite work out, but that's what these two teams are looking to find out today. Because as you mentioned, Paper Thin, this last chance qualifier Pacific, the last chance literally for these two teams. Pouty fans having some fun while the boys just going at it, explaining what they want to do. Pouty fans still drawing the hearts there on camera. But what I want to mention is even if you lose, you want to leave a good image of what you were able to do individually and as a team, because this is what people remember today. This is the last match you played in 2023.
Yeah, exactly. You want to go out with the best performance you possibly can, no matter what. I think absolutely, like, all these players here have been working really, really hard. And again, from everything I'm hearing behind the scenes, that especially like the DFM team has leveled up a lot since the end of Pacific. So, you know, and you're seeing the results so far here today. Yeah, the first, you know, the start was a little slow out the gate, but once they kind of recovered, they were able to stabilize here quite nicely. And, you know, Talon's attackers half is a 7-5, good enough with this Neon comp. You know, Neon comps are often pretty attacker-sided. On Fracture, was that enough to truly get Talon over the line comfortably?
Yeah, once again, another push out. Garnett's just trying to hold a closer angle. Now they do have only 3 sheriffs on the side of Talon, 2 rifles. And of course, for DFM, I mean, you've got 2 members 1 point away from your ultimates. Takeche from his orbital strike, and then the Nightfall for Anthem awaiting just 1 ult orb, and it looks like Talon wants to deny that opportunity. Garnett's, he's trying to find this off-tempo here with this sliver of an angle, but they heard him run out. Surely they're aware, but no, not quite on the closeness of it.
Mati lagi Zenfree kasihan banget hidup lu dah.
I really like Talon's setup on this eco. Like, they have a pretty good read on this, on what DFM is kind of defaulting to, which is a 4-1 split. And Fox here pretty aware of that one, trying to hold it down. Now, Talon thought about rotating over B after that pressure, maybe expecting a re-rotate, but this knife is going to get a little bit of info. Enough with the breach there. The breach is pretty indicative of where teams are going to want to go on this map. The breach utility, pretty powerful for those executes. So definitely now, Talon makes the call to rotate over. Again, those fault lines are really kind of one of the big utility indicators of what teams are thinking and where they want to go and how they want to execute.
Yeah, and the fault line and Aftershock available for Cruz as well. Curious to see if he uses it right away. Not quite, as they were smoked off. Just a fragment to buy time. They know the orbital strike, but it's not going to land immediately. Suggest actually well aware of the plans from Talon. He plants it much deeper into the site. So the spike will go down, and now a retake is what the doctor ordered for Talon, but it's looking quite difficult with just the sheriffs. They do buy suggest, but he says, nah, I'm not going down that easily, but still 1-for-1 trades on both sides. Reyna still holding from Arcade. Fox, another miracle incoming. Oh! Yes, it is with the classic. The timing not in favor of Takeje. And Fox with another clutch, bringing Talon back.
What the fuck are you doing, Takech?
To 7.
Did Takeje run out of bullets, or he switched to his iPad on his arm there?
I think he just considered maybe I want to use my utility, and he saw him running out right as he clicked the button. Hopefully we can catch that in the replay, because it looked like Takeje had him dead to rights when we could see the silhouette. But of course the players, they can't see through those walls.
See, he switches to the iPad.
Oh yeah, he fired, and you're right.
I don't know what
maybe it was ammo. Yeah,
misclick or ammo. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't catch it, but goodness.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker, because that was, I mean, sure, it's a half buy with 1 rifle saved, but quite frankly, an eco now for Talon. Now it's DFM. They're back to 3 sheriffs, a guardian, and just 1 phantom in the hands of Zenfree.
But again, it's good reactions here from Talon on some of the ideas that DFM after this timeout has brought, and they're reading the map pretty well. Same default, but this time a little bit more of an earlier crunch here from DFM. Really just going to try to go for what looks like to me just a coordinated execute here. You know, the typical kind of smoke splashes, mollies, fault lines, all that good stuff. Try to push base. Chip Boy's just going to spray through the smoke, hoping to catch, and he does catch a little bit of damage. In fact,
nggak, si Zenfree ngapain sih? Satchel kayak nggak digunain? Atau emang nggak ada atau gimana sih?
So that Zenfree will not be able to land safely in the site. Now the Phantom still recovered, and most importantly for DFM, they quietly did not use their ultimates. Actually, Suggest goes down as well. Sure, the spike is
kayak diem aja di gitu, diem aja, cok.
And even that not going to be able to get used. Chip Boys continues his rampage of 3 kills. kills. Rada against the world. Against 5 members of Talon. He only has a Guardian. He can't even spray them down, and he's just going to have to wait. He cannot exit here. That's just a death sentence. And eventually he'll get found as the smoke dissipates as well.
Oh, udah GG lah ini DFM.
It's just a good anticipation here from Talon. I don't mind the idea from DFM. Go for something a little bit pacey with that lower buy, and now you've got all the ults. So this is a super important round for DFM. You have basically everything you need online. A couple good utility kills here. Some sprays through the smoke to weaken him up for Jipoys to follow up on his own nano. And the aftershock for Cruz as well, good for another kill. So I've been pretty impressed with Cruz's breach here so far. Cruz a lot of times, right, known for playing the smokes. With Patty Pan switching over to that brim, Cruz stepping up very nicely. We've seen a lot of impactful fault lines. You know, some good utility usage from him to definitely give Talon, or help Talon get some of this lead.
And now DFM with their last time out. They want to use it before map point goes in favor of Talon. They want to use it before they're pushed up against the wall. And here's the thing, overall, we keep talking about it. Their gunplay, their trading, all of that seems a lot better. They definitely have some much clearer ideas that are much more apparent. However, on a couple of these rounds, they're still so focused
Aduh,
on their
lemes
core
dah
ideas that they're not able to
wanita-wanita
adapt
ini.
immediately to Talon's response.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's, you know, DFM seems to get pretty tunneled in on one idea, and they're just going to go for that. There doesn't seem to be a lot of the adaptation. Like on Lotus in particular, when I was going back and watching the DFM Talon Lotus map, because the bind is kind of just pretty one-sided, but the Lotus was really good, and DFM was playing with the map. They were toying with Talon. Early on, Talon put some aggression at him. They threw, you know, some haymakers similar to this map, and DFM bounced back.
Mendingan ngambil full NTH lo
like coordinated executes or just
lebih bagus anjing.
more of just rotates. But Garnets is just on
Ini yang diambil cuman si ini kan, accent free.
Have been so good from Cruz. Eventually, DFM will clean house, but are they aware that there is still another member? They did hear the flash drives, but Jimbo's already pushing out from the A side, and Fox able to take that opportunity as well. And this lockdown, who is it for? Nobody, as Talon cleans house immediately within the first 30 seconds of the round.
Di banget ya Devin coba pernah menang 2 map selama French Fries.
Oh,
GG cok, aduh.
It
DFM GG
looked
cok.
so good there for a little while for them, but this time trying to get into position. I think, you know, Talon sensing this lockdown coming. Pretty much everybody wants to stick it in sewers, and they just get right ahead of everything here with Garnett.
Oh, buyout kagak cok.
Nice shot.
Waktu kemarin dia buka,
Talon just looks really well
dia buka
They're kind of getting the read on how DFM
open
wants
gitu
to attack,
kan.
and once again it's the
Gak
same
di-read
setup.
cok.
You know, the
Bangke
4-1
dah.
split. That's kind of their default.
And another push out, this time from A as well. They haven't pushed this hard from the A side just yet, and Garnett, he's just walking and zapping. Gets 1 kill, but it's locked them up enough as the Rolling Thunder pushes them all back. Talon, still 2 members pushing in, but now for B main as well, it's just an absolute pinch as they finish map 1 on Fracture.
GG cok.
13-7, leading 1-0 in this best of 3.
Butuh DFM viewer kayaknya.
This is just a great little round.
Son,
here.
gimana nih Son?
Little idea. It's
Nggak
like, alright,
turun-turun nih kita nih. Waduh.
We've got the Rolling Thunder
Harusnya kita buat satu kesatuan.
See what she sees. Oh look, they're all here. Rolling Thunder off of that information to just completely pinch him in. This is, you know, what Talon will do to you from time to time. They're really confident on the defender side.
Pusing takes cok, gara-gara iPad cok. Apa si siapa nih namanya? Takes ya? Tata terus siapa sih? Rita, wah GG cok. Mau banget anjing makanya cok. Kenapa bisa lama kayak gitu Son?
It's in some ways more painful because we kept mentioning whenever we did see that glimmer of hope from DFM on this map that they picked, by the way. I mean, we were starting to see, okay, your ideas are better. They're much more apparent. They're much more calculated. Your trades seem to be there. Your aim seems to be back online as well across the board. But it wasn't enough once Talon said, okay, well, we figured out that question. So what you got next? And DFM said nothing.
Yeah, I agree. It just isn't deep enough. There isn't enough, again, mid-rounding from DFM that... I saw it on Lotus, but I don't see it on a lot of other maps for them in the previous regular season. So, you know, it's something they need to add to their repertoire. It's something we need to see more of. You know, hopefully they can get more comfortable, work with this team. Who knows? You know, we're not out of the woods yet. There's still another map to go. There's still hope here for DFM. But certainly with their map pick going to Talon going over to Ascent, which, yeah, Talon struggled on that map, let's just be honest, during the regular season, but that was kind of the case, as the desk was pointing out for both of these teams on a lot of their map picks. they didn't always go their way. So certainly anybody's game here, but man, Talon looked pretty well drilled.
Yes, Talon definitely impressing, you know, and kind of living up to the expectations people are looking forward to here in the Last Chance Qualifier Pacific. Meanwhile, DFM, they're going to have to take this break and try to bounce back. And it did seem like DFM maybe was looking for that same start that they had in the regular season as well. They, you know, in their very first game, it was against Genji. They took that win on Fracture, actually. And that time it looked pretty decent
Rita
as well.
Takets, semangat ya. Pemain DFM ada yang udah bikin bakal pensi nggak ya kalau kayak gini? Oh iya, Yor, udah sebulan gue leak. Leak apa?
Moments of kind of sloppiness a little bit from the side of DFM as well. You know, again, you see moments of brilliance from DFM where it's like, okay, you've got these great executions.
Cok, gue menyesal gini nontonnya, Cok. Gue pikir DFM bakal mendingan main tim deathmatch saya lah, bangke. Sambil nunggu. Menyesal gini. Gue pikir DFM bakal menunjukkan sesuatu taringnya, Jok. Cewa.
Match found.
Again, you know, whatever we've heard about how these teams have been preparing, it has been absolutely amazing. But we have to see more. It is a best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. We take a quick break. When we come back, the desk will break down all the action before we go to map 2 on Ascent.
Cewa, cuy. Yo, udah sebulan gue pakai channel lu, sekarang gue udah naik rank Diamond 1 ke plus 1. Mantap cuy. Semangat ya. Kira-kira kalau gue pakai Brimstone mereka kesel ya?
Just take a seat. I got this.
I didn't get the game I wanted. It didn't turn out the way I expected. There were scenes that were regrettable and scenes that came close to the last moment, but I couldn't grasp them. Winning is all about results. I thought I knew, but I was almost crushed by regret and reality.
Cok, lagi ini, Cok. Lagi apa? Curhat, Cok.
VCT 2023 Masters Tokyo. I wanted to be on the big stage. I wanted to fight on that big stage. But I couldn't make it. I couldn't reach it. I have a lot to think about. But our battle isn't over yet. Step by step, I want to go there next time. Reignite the fire in my heart and move forward. I will never give up. Never.
Anjay. Cok, jangan surat gini, Cok. Jadi sedih gue, Cok.
Let the bullets fly.
本望ではないんですけど、まあちょっと最低限のやっぱり極まれるかなっていう。
Haven't you got somewhere to be that isn't here?
レギュラーシーズンを終えて、まああとやるしかないなっていう。LCQ 買って、
シンプルに最初にや結局やってみて分かったこともあるし、やり直したいな。タイムマシン的なところあれなんか一番初めにやる一番最初なんじゃ。
Cuy, kalau gua keluar di TDM dapat peringatan apa nggak, cuy?
ペーパーレックスのロータスでもいいんですけど。
先に一生取れてれば
Going up.
いろいろ
What's the right?
するので
Reloading. Reloading.
Dead. Careful now.
Kasi kalau taruh muka lu lah. Naik kuda lah.
まあそこに出て優勝するのがまあ
Sumimasen. Dia apaan sih? Papito, papito, nananamito, papito, papito.
That's done.
Papito, papito, sananamito, papito, papito.
10 seconds until stage change.
大会
Sorry, bro.
大会で
Apa itu leh?
Stage 3.
What the fuck? Papito, papito, sarararido, papito, papito. Ya elah. Bisa di stun nggak?
Can't use that yet.
Orang ngapain sok? Apaan sih goblok dah.
Get out of my way.
Papito, papito.
10 seconds until stage change. Sit down. Triple baby.
We're good. Go, go, go. Reloading.
Go. Phoenix is on a rampage. Watch your eyes. Careful now.
Coy. Bang Tes masih ada nggak Bang Tes?
My ultimate ready. Come on, let's go.
Papito, papito, nananina, papira, papira.
Welcome back to VCT LCQ Pacific. We just finished the very first map of the very first matchup of LCQ, and Talon takes this map. You know, this was a bit of a back and forth in the beginning, and
You know, you can see that DFM definitely has, they have made some improvements.
but just still not quite enough because at the end of it, Talon really showed that they knew how to defend this round.
Yeah, I mean, kind of baited by the first half, unfortunately. You know, that 7-5 comes in. It was 5 consecutive rounds picked up on the side of DFM, so we're like, okay, they're looking alive. Anthem is just really carrying them across a lot of these rounds, but it was looking very good overall. And then once we got that side swap coming through,
Post plan-nya 6/4, gila
we
juga.
were able to find 2 once they did get swapped over. So really good stuff there from the side of Talon, and with DFM dropping their map pick, this does become a bit brutal. Yes, we have seen tons of times where teams lose out on their own map pick, and then they are able to go ahead and take down their opponents, but Ascent has been a really rough one for them, so I'm not sure how they're going to fare, but I mean, I still, again, have to give applause to Anthem. We highlighted him at the beginning of this, saying he's going to be one of the key players. He's one of the ones to really look out for, and this kind of showed why. I mean, he comes in here, top ACS in the lobby.
Karena tadi skor 30 kill streak ya?
Enggak
lah, gila lu.
Early,
Mana bisa gua.
He comes in here and drops 22
Cok GG, cok kalau gua kayak gitu, cok.
Only winning 7 rounds is still just a monstrous performance from him.
Yeah, right. That's just big numbers. So you could see in some of those rounds, especially that little win streak that they started chaining together, Anthem was the one leading that charge. Anthem was the one trying to sending out those pieces of utility, checking corners, and really knowing how
Yo,
to
cara ningkatin game set selain jam terbang apa ya? Nonton.
Especially on their defensive side when they were holding up around Sands outside the door area. Whenever Talon tried to push through, Anthem was there. Anthem was that wall, and that's just incredible strength. However, once you swap over sides, DFM on the attacking, they couldn't really break through because Talon really figured out how to hold them off, especially at certain spots, especially the last 2 rounds. After the timeout, I think that's when they really started to chain this lead, and I think just DFM couldn't really pull it off.
And hey, you know, one of them broke their eggs on the eco rounds. Talon twice, finally, doing it, making it happen. Now, Achilleos, there was a round where we saw 2 key members from Talon go down, thanks to a nanoswarm from DFM side.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and look back at round 6, because honestly, this was when things were looking pretty decent here from the side of DFM. You're going to draw your eyes over towards that A site. You see that nanoswarm and alarm bot stack right over at A drop, and this is going to be the trap that Talon end up falling into. So this is when things were going relatively well for DFM, allowed them to get a second one. That fault line timing coming across here from Suggest, absolute perfection. 2 players go down on the drop, they get vulnerable from the alarm bot, they get stunned up by that fault line, and then the nanoswarm is able to just rip them to shreds. That's Patty Pan Cruz taken down. That is just an immense amount of value found there from DFM, who are just carrying one hero Vandal into this round. Everybody else, Sheriffs, no armor. So even with these kills coming through, you say, okay, odds are still stacked against them. Yes, they do have an orbital strike to maybe flush out some positions, but they have some weaker buys. So can Talon still be able to drag this one back? The answer is going to be no, because swing on the corner, Fox able to find one, but some great sheriffing comes through. They managed to find those additional kills with Anthem topping it off with a Vandal. So it was really good defensive setups here from the side of DFM to be able to get themselves in position to start streaking, because that was the 2nd round win for them. They then go on to pick up 3 more in that half. But we didn't see the same momentum for them when they got over to the attack side.
Berarti pun udah ngamen duelis ya?
Really nice
Enggak kayaknya deh.
And following that round,
Ada Garnet lebih jago.
You can see this hesitation come from them at that moment. And when you lose a round like that, you can imagine it affects their mentals.
Yeah, they were a lot more careful about how they wanted to approach drop after that. So I think there was one part where they actually went all the way back through the ropes, all the way to the other side, only to get mowed down by DFM again. But that said, Achilleos was right. That was only for that one little win streak that they had.
Yeah, then we started seeing some coordinated plays come from Talon's side, and you know, when they come together as a team, you see how powerful they actually are.
Yeah, that's the thing that I want to point out in round 12, because while we see Anthem in a lot of these highlight moments, Talon, on the other hand, they're working as a team. Starting things off, there was a bit of a lockdown, and that allowed them to pick up Rada, and on the side as well. So afterwards, they set up around tree, and that's when they heard those footsteps. And just the tiny plays coming through, you see 3 players back-to-back helping each other out, and Fox doing a pop flash at the start as well. The final moment, a little bit funny. I think he heard that op shot coming through, so why not? Let's play around with it. Swap over the Shardy. He jumps up, and you can see that he was trying. He pulled out the classic, but by that point, Jit Boyce really had it in the bag, and that's just how Talon operates.
You know, if that was the old Shorty pre-patch,
I don't know.
That might have killed him.
Maybe.
But I mean, they're on a really good streak. Talon, like you said, kind of reversed it there, and even after DFM had a timeout later in the 2nd half, Talon still takes that round, and I think that's what really just led to their victory.
Yeah, I mean, this is round 19. This is just a big crunch play here set up from Talon. And like you said, it's off the back of a timeout. DFM, they burn their second one. They say, okay, we need to get ourselves back into this, otherwise they get the match point. But Talon just kind of anticipate exactly where they're going to be coming from.
Guys, kalian
there's a decent little trade back, gets it back into a 3v3.
menurut lu pada hierarchy tuh gay,
Is dealt, Suggest down to 70 HP, and then Jet Boys comes in with this late little flank, accompanied by Cruz. They swing around the back, and it's just Rada on as Lonesome. They know exactly where he is because the lockdown is going on at that time, so they know that he's just stuck there in the underpass. And they're able to rush him out, and it's just a great turnaround there from the Seth Talon. That's what you want to see from teams, is being able to counteract when those timeouts come through, deny getting that buff. So really great read overall. So credit to Boy, you know, rocking there on the stage.
Talking
about it, being in the coaching booth, to be able to give them that round win, get the match point, and then close it cleanly from there.
So you were talking about Anthem earlier. I mean, Anthem was just incredible. I think he's a seriously underrated
Gue lebih demen matematika jujur.
Here in Pacific from DFM. Although it isn't quite enough for them to secure that victory, I mean, he's been a high performer. And Garnets too, coming back on the Neon.
Halo Kayor, halo.
In the green room,
Yeah, kalau titipan PMD nyala.
On the Neon, it's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, they've only played Fracture a handful of times this season, but we haven't seen them play Neon since the very first time that they did play that map. So it's been a damn long while. It was playing Raze in the other two times they had played the map, but decides to go back over to the Neon and honestly works wonders with it. So really good entry power from him. You saw, what, 30% of the team's first kills were right there with him. So a very solid performance. Now we'll have to just wait and see how things look as we get ready to go into Talon's map pick of Ascent.
And that's the thing, it's Talon's map pick. This is where they probably staked a claim. They know that DFM haven't played so well on this map specifically, and that's the main thing. But there might be a little roster switch up, and that's the thing that we're thinking about as well, because, hello, Soldam is in.
Yeah, you know what? Talon might think that DFM hasn't done so great on Ascent, but Talon also hasn't had a very strong showing on Ascent. So I wonder what they've been trying to, you know, put together for Ascent.
I mean, it's been a rough point for both squads, but again, like we were talking about on the pre-show, every single map is a rough point because you just haven't been able to accrue that many wins. So overall, it's a 29% win rate here for Talon on Ascent, but they're still going to be feeling comfortable with it. We know what Gardens can do on the Jet, and given that we are going to the Jet stomping ground, it makes sense that Soldam is going to be coming back through, which does leave Zenfree on the bench because obviously you're not going to be
Zenfree pakai apa?
Raze here on this map. You're not.
Oh, Soldam main cuy.
So you're going to be going for that.
Soldam cuy. Zenfree keluar cuy, GG Jok.
I remember that.
Enggak lah, ini pasti gara-gara mapnya anjing. Pasti mereka juga latihan inilah kocak.
Won this, so that's, I mean, it's good to see with this team coming back in.
Surely, I mean, they have innovated before. The last time that they played actually against RRQ Talon, they had the Viper Harbor on Ascent, which was a little bit odd, but then, you know, they were trying different things out. Here, back to Classics, we have that default lineup, but
gila keren sih ini keyboardnya, saya mahal banget anjir. Cyberboard.
It seems like this is not just a fractured thing. It seems like he is taking on this controller, this smokes role, and that Cruz is fully shifted over to playing the initiator. So
si Sushi Boys nggak main lagi ya?
Well, now is the time to find out.
Cok ini cok uting,
if this is it, is this the end of the road for DFM? If they do not win this map and bring us into a full
secondary buat Cypher main dong.
That's it. That's it for DFM until next
Killjoy
year.
ada,
Deadlock
ada.
Ascent, Talon versus Detonation Focus Me.
Ya dulu tim India mau rekrut lu orang hutan ya? Orang hutan tuh tim apa sih? India ya?
Thank you very much, ladies and gents. From the desk, it's Wilcho and Paper Thin here for the cast. And Talon currently leading 1-0. And from what we saw, it does look like...
Abis LCQ itu apa guys? Champion ya?
Yeah, I mean, it looks really pretty strong overall for Talon. Yes, some good ideas from DFM at times. Some really cheeky setups. That nano alarm bot combo with the stun from Suggest that Achilles is highlighting.
Let's go. Talon.
But
Talon.
Overall, they're still not quite enough. They're still not always reacting off of each other well. Rounds were they able to do it. It seems like the communication's in place. You know, like
Devem is Devem mayor.
Yeah. Anthem playing off each other really well as those double initiators, but
Talon.
A map where it's,
Talon.
you know, everything's even.
Talon.
The agent comps, there's nothing to speak of in that regard.
Talon.
I'm just curious now with Soldam switching in.
Talon.
You know, he's quite good. Look, mechanically, nobody doubts Soldam for a single moment.
Talon.
The OG Korea Jet.
Yes, but the question for me always with Soldam is he overheats and he gets ahead of his team and they can't back him up with that utility. Particularly the initiators aren't really able to keep up with him. So Suggest, and Anthem, you know, are they going to be able to really keep pace with this aggressive play that Soldom usually likes to bring?
All right, well, for now, it is Talon on the attack, and we should note that Cruz actually picking up a frenzy as well. So looking to just cause some close quarters chaos as soon as they are able to execute, but the one-way over by A main will keep them at bay. The drone comes out, and that's going to be able to just buy them a little bit more space into A main, a little bit of a tag onto Garnett, so he's not looking as confident to just fly right into the site just yet.
Suggest and Rada here thinking about
Buset, 30 coy.
They got to be so careful. There's so many guns of Talon watching this angle. It's going to be very, very difficult. Now, I suspect this is just like a hit and run with a turret to fall back on to Takajay's paranoia as well to kind of back up if there is an A main push here.
Ooh, they're staying in the smoke, so DFM has no intention of letting them enter the site at all. But Talon also just wanting to figure something out because they saw the jet in mid. Now the 0 point comes out. That will buy them even extra time, as some of the Utah will not be able to come in, especially notably that dash from Garnett's jet.
Yeah, and with the Sova and the jet spotted, Talon knows that they've
Dia
been
cuma beli
ready
satu
here,
smoke.
so they're going to try a double pump.
Hah?
Mid being watched by Soldom, but not deep enough to see top mid, so nobody really moving a muscle for DFM.
Just 30 seconds left anyway, so it just has to be a dash in. And now the counter 0 point, and Cruz just gets the vision from his teammate immediately. But Takajay not dealt with at all, as Suggest is actually able to clean up all those.
Wah gila Pati Boy.
Responds in return as well with a triple under his own name. Now a 2v1. No, the shot! Oh!
Gila Anthem.
Anthem once again leading the board for DFM as they get the first round.
No shot, he gets two. The one onto the plant, okay. But the second one, oh, just beautiful stuff from Anthem. He's just picking up right where he left off.
Yeah, I was just about to note, sure it's a 2v1, but the health clearly in favor of Anthem, and meanwhile the shock darts were already en route. Now Poutyfound just holding great angles to isolate these fights, but that one was launched way ahead, and Anthem just actually just doing his due diligence, right, to clear that angle before he's able to peek out. And he guesses correctly.
Tawa lu anjir.
Just waiting exactly where you would expect them to now on all classics except for Poutyfound and Garnett on a shorty and a sheriff each.
And that's a huge pistol round win, something they weren't able to find. And just lighting things up is Rada right away, taking Cruz down, Takajay following up. So DFM here holding firm on an attempted kind of pacier hit on the side of Talon onto A.
Yeah, and the smoke comes back up. There's no way to enter now. You already saw the crossfire from the Bulldogs. There's a nanoswarm waiting at the door as well, should they try to go for another entrance too short. And quite frankly, it's not looking like there's another option. Sure, it is your eco,
Talon dua-duanya attack
and
ya?
it's the anti-eco here for DFM. They do have 4 Bulldogs, a Vandal, and a Guardian, we should note, now that we have the opportunity. So if they're able to get this flawless, they will have a lot of firepower to go into the next round.
Yeah, exactly. So this is very good stuff for DFM to start. You know, on the defender side of Ascent as well. You really want to put your foot down, just to limit the amount of damage that Talon can do. And Patty Pan here with the Sheriff. Well, saw Takajay jump peeking there, but Takajay not going to go for anything too risky there. Their jump just smokes it off instead. Trying to use this as a little bit of bait here for Jip Boys and Fox to see if they can get in towards the site. Yeah, Soldom spotted, but still the crossfire from Anthem. Not going to get anything.
And the smoke used just to try to catch somebody off guard, but Soldom is well aware. And now just not giving the time of day here over to Jit Boys, and the Guardian will clean that up. Poutyfound walks right into the crosshairs arena, and now it's a flawless for DFM, and this is how things started for Talon back on map 1.
Exactly. So this is
kayaknya orang-orang udah jarang beli.
Really good stuff for DFM.
Orang-orang udah jarang beli Spectre dah, ya nggak sih?
Pistol round, or it's, you know, looks like might be a good entry for Talon. Then Suggest gets a 3K, and then it's a 3K from Pat, and then double shock dart at the finish to really light a fire underneath DFM here. Come through with some solid defense, not really falling for any of the attempted trickery by Talon. So far here, a couple attempts with the double pump on the A hit on the pistol round, and here on this round, you know, Pat trying to buy some attention for the B hit. Nothing doing so far for Talon.
And a nice early dart on
my
B.
God.
They actually flash out, or rather dash out into this, but Poutyfound
Orang
meanwhile
gila,
gets a kill
anjing.
over in mid. Soldom will be able to back off, and I gotta say, I mean, sure, it's a bonus, but you guys have such good firepower. It seems like such a risk for DFM to go for something like this when it's not just Spectres and pistols to work with. But alas, they will not be able to get a kill. And meanwhile, mid-control absolutely given over. TakeJ finds a timing just to equalize, but the main force is already well on their way into A site. Garnett's even taking over Garden here. He's already jumped up to heaven, and oh man, the big
Ya Allah,
well aware of the potential
Garnet
jump
budak
up.
cok.
Soldom doing a great job there, finding that kill. You can see they're trying to get set up. TakeJ thought about a lurk, but instead is going to try to come through short here. Still a little bit of utility. Those shock darts still in the back pocket for Anthem. Recon going to come out dealt with. No, not dealt with, but nobody's inside of it.
Yeah, and we do see Pattypound just use the Omen ultimate just to try to cause more confusion and also not get caught out. They do have the smoke ready to go. They do have the pink, but it's not quite on the spike just yet. It's already more than half done, and they do have to turn around.
Get it!
Find their targets under the double smoke. And it's going to be the clutch for the bonus here for DFM. Sure, they lose all their weapons, but again, it was a bonus.
I mean, it's just unbelievable. All that spam, and TakeJ just plants his feet and never lets go, and they're able to buy just enough time with those smokes there. Made it pretty difficult. Soldom able to grab an orb at the beginning there as well. I saw him sneak through after he tried to go for that dash, and I thought, oh no, here he goes, he's gonna overeat. But
now TakeJ is just super excited. I mean, he didn't have a choice there, right? He just had to stick it anyway, but he doesn't hear the footsteps approach, so he says, well, I probably have a chance. Now an early flash drive to try to take main control. We do see that TakeJ, he is somewhat caught all alone. Soldom just trying to bail out his own teammate, and TakeJ's actually
TakeJ,
response and say thank you very much. I will take the double kill. Gets out safely as well. Talon not finding any options.
And this is the DFM I like to see when they play off of Soldom like that, where they're able to kind of set up, again, what are these trap plays that are really, really effective.
Apakah PUBG ya? Aduh, ngantuk banget lagi bangke.
Switch for TakeJ to get those big doubles. The shock dart even going to clip a little bit of damage into Jip Boys here. So again, DFM, when they're dialed in, when they're kind of all on the same page, things look really pretty good. It's just, can they keep that momentum going throughout an entire map? Is their playbook deep enough, Will, to get them through this map and force it map 3?
Oh, and the drone right under the 1 minute 50-second mark, 1 minute or 50-second mark, gets them the information that there are still members in B. The smoke comes out, you've got nano swarms on Switch, and now we saw on the minimap, Rada pulls back to join right alongside Anthem, right under that little catwalk, so they can respond should the hit come into B site. DFM, no reason to rotate just yet, as that alarm bot still alive for the time being here in mid. Now the execute looking to happen. We do see the nanoswarms being popped to counter out that 0 point, make sure it's still doing at least some extra damage, and now here comes the Brahman, but the Omen's already here at backside, and a crossfire already set up a 1-for-1 trade. But Cruz, can he get the double off of the power flash? No, he's actually just going to go for the plant.
Orang gila juga, anjing.
But they're not going to fall for it. They had 2
members
alive, and DFM will check, leading them to a 4-0.
I think if Cruz had a little bit more patience here, fought for a little bit longer. Fox actually slipped the alarm bot that was outside of market. He went around it. He noted it. We saw it on the camera. He actually just walked around it. It was close enough. It wasn't close enough to the edge because that alarm bot radius.
Cok, gue boleh off stream.
So he's able to sneak around it into the spawn, and you saw him come through the stairs at the end and find one. Maybe if Cruz had just kind of fought that a little bit harder, who knows? But at the end of the day, it was still going to be tough with that TP into the back. For DFM to reinforce that B site. So a good little backup plan. I was kind of curious because DFM, like you said, was running out of time with that owl drone spot, and you kind of know where Talon's at, and they weren't shifting any of their weight towards B.
Itu error lagi tadi, error chatnya iya kah?
Instead, and I really like that plan there from DFM.
Yeah, I mean TakeJ making good use.
Pen main gua anjing dah. Sumpah.
Now, because of some of that early utility,
kayak nggak seru gini, Jok.
Early owl drone. They've already given up B main control. Now they spot just the Killjoy outside of B main. DFM, they are more than happy to just let this site be taken over. They see the potential ultimates coming online from Talon. That no command and potentially the Unjust Fury, and it will be the no command used. DFM just spraying for damage and quite a bit done onto Cruz, but he will not go down, and detonation focus mean they will be waiting for this retake.
Yeah, and they got to keep this backline safe. Fox has his ult. If he can stay alive, there's so many guns back
there.
Masih
dapat satu, cuy.
Oh, but PattyFan looking for a timing. He gets one. Can he get the second? Finds the headshot after calmly resetting on the Sheriff. He can now pick up a weapon upgrade. Has the option to flank around through mid as well towards Market. Takajay, he's running out of time. He's running out of options. A 2v4 retake here for DFM.
Singapore server lebih seru dari manajer manapun, benar, Cok.
An angle of his choosing. Finds Takajay right away. And it's only Anthem left. I mean, sure, you can buy back.
Mending lu Compe iya, Cok. Aduh. Ntar abis ini dah kalau map 3 gue main aja lah.
Around, and I gotta say, Paper Thin, I've seen this somewhere before. it's looking a little worrisome.
I mean, it can be a little streaky between these two teams, I suppose. So let's see if now Talon's able to find a few here. Just, I mean, Rada's gotta have PattyPan down there. That's, you know, give him a little bit too much time to reset. He's gonna be good for it. PattyPan too clean with that aim. And then able to find that lurk as well. I don't mind this attempted flank from the side of DFM. It's just got to be a little bit cleaner. That's really all there is to it. I like the idea. The execution just wasn't quite there. And now Soldom going to get caught with the blades with a knife. Can't quite go down mid like he maybe wanted to initially, but...
Yeah, he gets that downgrade all the way down to the toy knife there from the Blade Storm. So you're just going to have to wait his turn. It did look like you said, he wanted to just peek out of mid, and if there is a timing, maybe even push all the way down to top mid, as we've seen some teams do in the past. But for now, they will just hold by tree. And once again, B site emptied by DFM, willing to just let Talon take that over. It seems like DFM, they want to feel confident in their retakes onto B, and then be able to just kind of swarm them from all sides going into this B site. We'll see if it comes to fruition, because absolutely Talon will walk in, they'll notice that no one is here, and surely they will just plant the spike.
And this looked to me like DFM was expecting a mid push from Talon, and they were setting up for like the paranoia dash with the blades, and then Rada able to follow up with the KJ. But, you know, again, Talon just sidesteps it completely, so now you have to go for that retake like you're talking about. And, you know, look, Soldom's really good at these blade storms, so you cannot count them out just yet. He's going to be leading that charge through that flank angle once again, and still sitting on that Hunter's Fury is Fox, and he's gone.
The right click, and he's trying to stay alive.
Hold them, boss.
To bail him out. Meanwhile, the PattyPan, he did use the Omen ultimate from the shadows all the way to the other side of the map. He's but Takajay able to still get the kill. The three members of DFM trying to bulldoze through B main. Now a 3v3 on the retake. PattyPan, he's waiting already in the smoke, and he finds him right away, but he's peeked out too far, gets spotted. Takajay and Rada, they continue their rampage into the site.
Pada ngapain dah orang-orang Talon ini?
DFM a little bit weak, and they do not spot him right away. Cruz just holds the spray and will be able to get the 1v2 clutch for Talon.
Yeah, big hold there from Cruz, and DFM just not able to identify his position quick enough. Kind of checking all the other angles except for the one behind the box. A little too late there, so a nice positioning from Cruz, and DFM gonna slip to a timeout. I mean, yeah, I totally agree with this timeout. Like, again, the more rounds you can string together on the defender side, the more comfortable you're going to be. But this is a brilliant TP from Pat. We've seen a couple of these where he's willing to use these right away, right? Like, we saw it early. He built one up just to cause confusion, just to kind of create that change in the map. You can't really tell what's going on necessarily. This time around, he just hits the flank. So, really, actually, both teams really using these Omen TPs very well. I want to highlight that a lot of teams will just sit on this ult until they're like, oh, I needed to pick up the spike because it's somewhere we can't get to it, or I need to go to the other side of the map because I'm screwed and the rest of my team's dead. Like, here they're using it for really interesting kind of flank angles and trap plays and reinforcement plays.
Yeah, and especially for PattyPan, the way he's using it, right? Like you mentioned, using it early, because at the very least,
kayak map 1 cuman kebalik. Iya anjir.
They'll always have to at least be aware of it, maybe put that pressure in. If you can get the extra kill, then that's a cherry on top. And of course, this time around, it does lead to that kill as we are awaiting this early timeout from DFM. You mentioned it, Paper Thin, they want to make sure they keep a hefty lead here on the defensive half. Sure, you have a great Jet and Soldom, but attack and ascent is never something you want to have to rely on to try to overtake this map too. DFM 1 map away from elimination here in the LCQ Pacific, 1 map away from ending their entire VCT 2023 season with potentially 0 match wins.
This is the same start here for DFM, and it's out in the open, it's Soldom!
Orang gila, Cok.
Just lines him up right away. Garnett, he's able to
Wah,
still
gila,
find
Cok.
one through the Hunter's Fury.
What?
That's before Rada shows up, and Fox, again, just swapping from one member to the next. Clicking on hands as you wish to do in Valorant. Now down to a 1v1 Guardian versus Vandal. Anthems. Oh, his barrel has been shown, and Fox is just gonna wait. He's got a full minute.
Wah gila Cuk, gila. Gila GILA Cok. Itu spike-nya drop anjing, ngapain lu ke waduh.
Mid crunch that I thought was maybe being set up in the previous
Apaan
round.
sih?
This round it comes to fruition because Talon kind of goes into that angle.
Spike-nya drop nih, udah ketahuan nih. Tak, spike drop kan. Sofanya ngapain anjing?
Rada stepping in there from the arches like I was talking about in the last round, but it's just a better reaction from Talon. I mean, their mechanics look so good today. They look really crisp. And sometimes, look, if you're just the better team with your aim, with your accuracy, you're going to be able to get out of bad situations. I like what DFM did. Yes, they were weaker on the firepower as well. So it's not a bad round at all for DFM in terms of damage done, but still, you know, it's one of those moments where it started so good, you thought maybe DFM was going to be able to get that, you know, low econ round win.
Yeah, I mean, it's an FPS at the end of the day, right? You still do have to find the kills, and today it looks like Fox not willing to lose any of those clutch scenarios, bringing them right back up to 3 rounds, only 1 round away from tying it up here in the first half. DFM want to break away in this round. They've got a couple crucial ultimates, and now Soldam trying to get set up for a push out, but Cruz just waiting patiently. The flash will allow for the trade from Taki J, but he has to use his own paranoia just to escape and rejoin Suggest. Suggest going to use the null command to make sure that the entry does not happen before backup arrives.
Yeah, exactly. This is a really smart null command from Suggest. Otherwise, this was probably going to be a full-on execute from Talon, and they did not have much utility left in the back pocket to deal with it. 1 flash, that's all they had. And there was no other help available. You know, Anthem and Rada clear on the other side of the map. Now Rada in this spot, they're not going to check it.
Oh, and he waits patiently. The trigger discipline, and what a flick on that Phantom. He still wants another kill. He knows exactly where the remaining members are. Anthem here for backup as well. Now Fox, he's done some crazy 1v2s, maybe a 1v3, but 1v4 with 12 seconds left, there is no hope. He's just trying to get whatever 1 kill he can. Just pings him so that he gets the kill.
Gerakannya.
I mean, hey, I'm
Gerakannya
impressed.
sih
I mean, in
najis
this
sih.
scenario, you're still
Jujur
the
anjing.
maximum potential of what you could possibly do. I'll give him the credit.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, that was a tricky little play there to throw that dart and at least get the kill. Gonna get the shock on the Rada, at least do some more armor damage, I suppose, at the very least. Look,
Hello,
at
guys.
the end of the day, though, yeah, Talon here immediately going to follow up with a timeout of their own. Don't like what they're seeing. Got to be careful of those early push-outs from Soldam. That's 2 rounds in a row now. We've seen that they want to go for that. They hadn't noted this position from Rada from the previous 2 rounds as well, so things a little bit sloppy for Talon here in this mid-rounding kind of recognition. So I think this is a really good timeout from Boy. Start talking about some of the things that DFM is doing and how they can prepare against it.
Compe. Tar Cok. Tung kalau map 3 Compe lah Cok.
It's not only is Soldam pushing out, but something that you mentioned, Paper Thin, that where everyone's a little concerned about is Soldam can overheat. But this time, he's always got backup. And not just in the form of a trade, but we have Suggest throwing that absolutely high-angle flash drive to set up for that push out. And so Talon, sure, you're waiting for that first kill. That part's been good, but you have to be aware that this DFM is a lot more drilled. They're a lot more prepared than they were in the beginning half of the year.
And we're seeing good protocols, good responses from the side of DFM. Like Suggest popping his null command there probably potentially saves that round. Maybe doesn't allow Talon to get in there. And there's Sushi just chilling.
You know, the desk was talking about all the boys on Talon.
Guys, mendingan nonton atau main guys? Sayang sih udah 5-3 aja.
It's 1 boy and 4 boys. So
Cok, kenapa ketawa gitu? Kosnya Talon mantan natif ya? Nggak tahu deh. Enggak coy. Nggak tahu deh. Voting. Coba kita buka voting.
Well, DFM trying to keep that lead 5-3. Of course, Talon just used their own timeout. We talked about what they need to adjust here. They need to be aware of these potential setups, the push-outs, the lurks coming out from Rada as well. And this time they're a lot more prepared for it. Look at the position on the minimap, over on the A side, all the way pulled back and ready to escape.
Mirip yo, Sushi mana miripnya si tolol.
Draw out the 0 point. Now it was thrown from the other side of the map, but they will use this to their advantage and say, okay, we let them know the jet is here. Let's now try to double back over to the other side of the map.
And DFM is probably pretty comfortable with that particular situation, but it is going to be a difference here. They're probably going to show a look with this jet over onto A to try to bait, at least keep the attention over here. But TakaJ has his ult, and we've seen that he's willing to, shift sides of the map real quick with it. Are we going to see another response like that?
Compe menonton sama guys.
Yeah, I like this a lot better. I think what you were seeing was absolutely the idea, but then the smoke comes out.
Watch party tuh 51%, cok. Muke lu lah kompa.
Most likely they haven't stacked 5 anyway. It is a buy round. That'd be absolutely nonsensical for any defensive team to do. Just take your chances as the 5-man. Run in there. You have the Hunter's Fury for insurance. Sure, there's the lockdown from Reyna, but you got to get whatever advantage it can. And Garnett's already in. The Paranoia hasn't quite. Oh, yes, it has. And the right click will be able to clean him up. Will deny the Omen ultimate as well. So the speed coming in favor of Talon by cutting noise and denying that from the shadows from TakaJ.
There's some great stuff to talk about after this round is over.
Gak bisa cuy, kita harus vote cuy.
During this timeout, now it's a 4-man push. From Alley,
sesuai dengan vote cuy.
Pressure here potentially from main. Still has an alarm bot sitting in there. Smoke gonna come out and actually cover the stairs.
Yeah, right now we do have on the minimap Fox sitting all the way far back with that Hunter's Fury as well. So Talon with an insurance plan. 3 members in the site, 1 in main. And Jim Boys, he tries to swing out to try to catch a glimpse of whoever's dashing in. He actually does so. Gets the kill onto Soldem, eventually gets traded out. The lockdown comes in, but Fox, quite frankly, is he just going to wait? No, he's going to use it to destroy the lockdown. This might be exactly what DFM wanted as an opening to try to get in. They will break open the site, but not quite finishing off Cruz just yet. So just tries to stick the defuse, and Cruz will be able to clean house.
So, I really like this round from Talon. Even though
Watch party, Jok. Ini seru, Jok. Map 3 ini sebelum tentu map 3, anjing. Kalau ada daerah nyasar, tiba-tiba beda lagi, ya cuy. Sementara ini.
But look, 2 things identified here by Talon. First of all, it's the preparation for the TakaJ ultimate. They were very ready for that. They were perfectly prepared. And then the other is watching for that flank to keep Fox's Hunter's Fury available, right? They set up the turret on top of the house in the outside of in the B lobby, and then they're ready for it, like just in case there's that flank, because we've seen that a couple times from DFM. So good stuff addressed here. Reita just gonna sidestep this, and
not giving that information. And the shock dart, decent amount of scratch damage as well, and then they are able
Wah, gila, bagus banget, cuy.
That's 2 kills. The timing great for Reita. Not able to entirely clear up the area, but he will take down a lot of the numbers. The Guardian is going to be recovered by Anthem. Oh, Anthem wanted to find a timing on that smoke, but Garnett, the same idea. And now the footsteps, echoing loud and clear, but Suggest will react right back around. Flicks right under him. A 1v2. Suggest does upgrade to a Vandal. Things are still absolutely possible, especially if Garnett stays this far out. This could allow for a 1v1 to happen twice in a row. Suggest would want nothing more in this 1v2 retake. DFM, they want to get to an 8-4 half. They want this round win so desperately, and Garnett is flanking around the far side. Cruz has to stay alive because otherwise Suggest will have the site to himself, but Garnett, with a surprise angle from Market, will clean up the kill.
Suggest at least aware of that possibility. He was, thinking about it and was ready for it, but still just a better reaction from Garnett. But it's a good start here. I mean, the recon dart
udah bagus padahal anjing, teman-temannya nge-throw, Cok.
And it got 2 kills. So Anthem's utility has been really, really good for the side of DFM. Setting up these trap plays again for DFM that net them man advantages in rounds that they're not, now again, another eco, another weaker round 5, but still that they're not able to fully capitalize on. And with 5 rounds in the attacker side here for Talon,
sama kayak map 1 ya, harus comeback kayak
the lockdown and the null command sitting in your back pocket. It's going to be a tricky one for DFM. The spot onto Anthem in the back of sight. They're going to use that opportunity to grab an orb, grab an ultimate here for Pat as well, as he's got from the shadows available. Let's see how they're going to utilize it. Pat's all the way on the other side of the map right now.
Yeah, it looks like he might just creep around for some flanks if needed, and then eventually use his ultimate. Actually, he's going to use it now just to clear Boathouse. So will be
pinter banget anjing, boleh-boleh.
Down Garnett gives the numbers advantage over here to DFM, and they actually still stop the second line of entry. Aware of Jim
Ya Allah,
main, but
ya Allah.
can't quite stop the entrance. Soldem all alone. They know his location. They want to pinch on him. The spike has already been planted. Soldem playing against time, trying to draw them in, and he cannot clear the Nano Swarm. Sure, he has one more shot, but he's starting to run out of time. The clock is ticking half, not quite done.
Wah, gila, Jok.
Scratches him through.
Ah, ini udahlah. Ini menang talon lah udah. Menang talon.
Dude, this is just so
talon
from Talon. And once again, it looks like it's a good shutdown, but Pat TP's here into this spot where nobody's ready for him. And he just starts mowing people down. It's another just brilliant utilization of this ult from Pat. So you might be kind of wondering, like, why isn't he playing Duelist? He looked so good on Duelist at the end of the year last year. Well, he's really good at everything he does. I mean, he's just such a unbelievably talented player. I mean, at times, I saw some weirdness from him of some of the agents.
Yeah, like
chat YouTube error kah?
And that Icebox Harbor was little sus at times. But look, he's so well prepared here on this Omen today. He's just been brilliant. And despite some really good utility, again, from Anthem, from Taka-J, he had a great Paranoia that set up another kill in there. But still, the responses from Talon are just even better.
Now, the early Owl Drone was used, but because it was used a bit far back, just plant Soldom, it cannot actually clear out and catch sight of the turret or some extra members. And with that, Talon's also now going to be quite wary of B main. They realize, okay, the drone definitely cleared B main. If they don't take control of that after that early investment way before the 1 minute mark, surely someone has to be there because that would be a waste of 400 credits. So Talon now slowly trying to creep in, but no matter how carefully you come in, the
gila nih orang ulti terus udah perasaan.
Everybody, he doesn't want to rush forward. He knows there was time to quit out of it. He knows his location has been given, and he's just trying to swing off the recon bolt. Fox will be able to get the kill. Meanwhile, the Jet already entering here onto site, but the Paranoia hasn't quite hit Taka-J.
Ya Allah, takut.
Immediately, and Garnett's trying to take control of Heaven, but it's Pattyfan with the Operator versus the Odin, and just a quick flick of the wrist, and he will get the kill. 7-5 lead. After the first half.
Yeah, great patience here from Fox. Really pays off against Soldom with that judge. And then it's like, I love the way that Talon reacts to this. That there's a judge here, like, push the other side of the map. Let's try to catch him off guard a little bit with some of this pressure. You know, they might think we're trying to get a B hit set up, especially with the KO there, with his ult popped as well, right? So just better overall kind of game plans here for Talon come to fruition in the long run. Again, DFM has rounds where they look really smart, really well coordinated. But when things start to get missing, when Talon starts throwing some big curveballs at you, DFM doesn't always seem to have the right answer.
Yeah, and we're taking a look at the Omen players, and both of them are actually playing so well, right? And especially with the utility, including the From the Shadows, which is an ultimate often forgotten, not just in professional matches, but even in your range games. And yet Pattyfan uses it to perfection, currently leading with a 430 ACS. Me when Talon literally do anything. Oh man, if you're a Talon fan, you feel that one?
You know what? They're doing something today.
Oh, they are.
They're handling an opponent that you expected them to handle, but also it's with this much time in between, you don't know what you're going to get out of either side. You know, who knows? Maybe things weren't prepped the right way or weren't practiced the right way. Well, certainly, Talon here looks like they've done a really good job preparing themselves. I assume Cruz is IGLing. I'm pretty sure after the Superfly video that he is.
Sure,
considering how that video is set up. And he's doing a phenomenal job leading this team, through the back and forth across the map. Some good timeouts from Boy as well to adjust some of what DFM is trying to accomplish in these rounds, to react to some of their setups, because DFM has looked pretty static. They don't like to change things up if they're working. They're like, well, we're doing this thing, it's going, let's keep doing it. They don't shift round to round as often as maybe I'd like to see.
And that's going to have to change when they're on the attacking side here in the second half. They're the ones with the initiative. They need to be the one throwing that curveball every single time, keeping Talon at bay. And they're trying to start things off with a bit of a slower pistol, just drawing out all of the Killjoy utility. They've already taken down one turret and the Nano Swarm as well. Now, no utility remaining here for Talon on the side of the Killjoy. Meanwhile, Rada, of course, still got one Nano Swarm for the potential post plant.
Talon, they're trying a little bit of a trap player of their own, where they don't give any contact off that turret hit, try to wait for the Nano at the switch to see if they can just bait DFM into sneaking around that corner. DFM didn't fall for it, and Crew's going to be under pressure here with this frenzy potentially shortly.
The turret resets here for Rada. He gets it right back off the cooldown, is able to make sure that we don't see a cheeky peek out from Cruz. He's going to back up, but this angle that he's holding, he can hide right behind that wall with the frenzy. He can mow them down if they
Wah, anjing juga, masih nggak bergerak, coy.
On the screen here, the entry at 23 seconds coming into A site. They need to be able to clear this site immediately, and Garnett says no way. 2 headshots, 2 shots, 2 kills. And now the site is locked down, only 10 seconds left. The spike's still stranded in the middle of it. They cannot pick it up, they cannot plant it. It doesn't matter if they can take down Garnett's or Jitboy's because the clock has already ticked all the way down and Cruz just running for his life. And
Gila Garnet, coy!
Allen taking the pistol with time.
Gila!
Whew. That was as close as it gets. Just a couple seconds sooner for DFM. Garnett's there with 2 absolutely beautiful sheriff shots.
Tang.
Patience paying off for Talon, just not really moving until they absolutely had to. Until they absolutely knew what DFM wanted to do. That's disgusting. The follow-up just as good. Now, even with these spots, a little bit of a free fire there from Garnett gives Anthem the opportunity to find a big 3K. I mean, Anthem is... Look, you know, DFM's day today has been not exactly how I'm sure they wanted to go, but Anthem has been absolutely nuts.
Yeah, I mean, Anthem is putting up a strong case for both his own mechanical play and his IGLing, trying to just keep DFM in the game, trying to bring home that elusive first win as this roster in a professional VCT match, as they're already pushed up against the wall here in LCQ Pacific. Rada will answer that call, gets the first call.
Soldam belum nyala lagi kah? Nggak tahu deh. Emang Soldam bisa nyala itu ya?
You know, we haven't seen a Soldam Marshall on an eco on the second round yet, have we?
That's a good point.
He usually does that.
Yeah, he's one of those Jets that will say, well, no matter what, like, we can always go for that Marshall, and I can buy half armors, eventually get the Blade Storm, but playing a bit more passive today. It does seem like he does want to play a lot more with the team. That's something they worked on. That's something that we pointed out was a potential weakness of Soldam in the roster. And now it's just going to be Garnett's drawing this attention, but this is all for Fox. They don't suspect it just yet. They have no idea, but he doesn't get the immediate kill. Eventually, thanks to a number of bullets, he will get it. Garnett's still staying alive with that Marshall, just going for the no-scopes in the site. Takajay's picked up that Spectre, though. Aja Boys takes it right back. And Anthem just wants to get a couple extra kills.
Gila, aduh, Garnet jago banget.
Close out the round. 9-5 lead for Talon.
Yeah, a little bit whiffy for
Cetrot,
Talon. They
gimana?
dropped probably an
Gadget
extra
gua
gun
kayak gitu,
because
cuy.
of that, but look, at the end of the day, you're still getting the round win. You're still putting yourself further ahead as this one goes. These no-scopes, I love the Marshall. I just love that you can just point and click and stuff.
I mean, sometimes it's a better way to use it.
It really is. It's so disgustingly accurate.
Yes, yes. I mean, obviously intended, but sometimes you start to shake your head a little bit, and Garnett's using it to maximum efficiency despite some of the whiffed shots. But that does put them at a much weaker bonus, as you mentioned, Paper Thin.
Compe 51% Bang Yor. Ya sabar ya, tunggu inilah, sayang cok.
Only the 3 Spectres actually not keeping the Marshall upgrades. That one up to a Spectre.
95 cuy.
And now
mana Soldam?
To boot. Now because of the angles they're holding, it's not the worst, but Potty Fan does swing out a bit too far. Gets caught out. Now this one's a job for the Sheriff. Cruz looking for another. Dodges away.
Great patience here from DFM. You know, Pat just expecting maybe a slightly more aggressive position from DFM doesn't pay off. Cruz gonna have to throw the fragment at the door and just kind of let this execute happen. No, he's gonna try to bait him through the nano. Takajay's just mowing people down.
Yeah, he did not quite expect more than the Jet to already be into the site because of his fragment, but we did see the KO just take.
Abis ini Compe pakai Jet kan, yoi, easy. Di TikTok nyala Yor, makanya gue nanya tadi. Apanya di TikTok nyala? Tadi gue nanya ngomong apa sih, aduh.
This is what you want to see, but the question remains now. This round,
udah mulai ngantuk nih.
likely looking like a flawless, but can they continue to keep that authority on the initiative of this second half? Because if they always start with the same default, that patience can start to act as a poison against them as Talon starts to get a read.
Yeah, exactly, and that opens up like the map for Talon to do things they like to do, which is start to get aggressive on the flanks, try to push some angles, try to take some space. So you got to be a little bit careful of that with as DFM. Absolutely, you know, Talon loves to bait you into a false sense of security and then just kind of hit you, you know, with a flurry of blows when you're least expecting it.
Oh, nice Soldam, iya ya. Bangke dah, sorry dah.
Yeah, just, you know, it says, well, it's a 1v5. It's not like I have a rifle I picked up, so we'll just go down, not give over that extra roll point, not give over the extra.
Lu mulai, gua ketiduran terus dari tadi, bangke lu ya.
off the back of a Blade Storm as well. So Garnett's prepared for this round in full. Has a little bit of half armor to protect him for that first shot, and he will be pushing out of B main. It looks like the drone most likely going to be used based on positioning, maybe just a recon bullet. They will have to deal with that turret if they walk all the way, but they will want to, because that will tighten up the map a lot more.
See, they don't want to reveal the ops position just yet, so they're going to use Cruz to clear out that turret. But the shift towards A here is a dash in from Soldam. He gets hit by the paranoia.
Oh yeah, Patty Fan spots him right before the Cloudburst is able to expand. The turret notes that another member has walked in through tree and suggests just trying to go for a pop flash. He finds the member, but he can't find the kill.
Allah,
And
Sugesto.
he dies through the wall to Jet Boys. Drops the spike in the middle of nowhere. And that's the round. Flawless once again for Talon.
Oh boy. Look, it just doesn't go DFM's way, and there's reasons for it. And Soldam, again, this is one of those moments where he just
Ini
gets
DFM kayak nggak ada mau menang-menangnya lu, bener-bener.
to back him up there. It's a great paranoia from Pat. Don't get me wrong. He nails the perfect timing. And then, you know, Suggest, even able to get that flash around the corner, can't find the shots. And things just all just kind of fall apart.
Masih bosen ya Roy, begitu gue juga ngantuk anjing. Pikir lu doang.
This is where things start to get really, really
Nih,
scary.
record apa nih?
Talon now looks like they are. Oh boy, this is so aggressive from Garnett.
Oh,
he missed.
Ya Allah, hampir.
Right under his wrist, it looked like. Goes right by, not even a scratch on the side of Suggest, but now they know. So indeed, it was the operator. They surely had an inkling in that last round. Now they know it's here, and they want to try to take it out. They want to try to push it back, but it's not going to work out. He's actually going to get out alive. And meanwhile, Cruz was there for the extra trade. Two members down for DFM, and it's their Jet.
Roster
and KO,
Cheng,
two
roster
members you
Cheng,
absolutely
roster
want
Cheng.
to break open a site here on Ascent.
Confirm roster Cheng.
This is just great coordination here for Talon. You know, Cruz in the early part of the round, once the operator came into Garnett's hand, is trying to help him. Now, Takajay, he's going to take Patty Pan out at heaven onto A, so this might be a good time for DFM to try to make this execute happen. Right onto the Nano, though! Jit Boys predicted the TP spot. He had it right on the Gen, and as soon as he heard the TP go, he popped the Nanos.
Yeah, he doesn't give a chance for the Nano Swarm to be deleted, just waiting on that default spot. Now, Anthem, he's done so much for DFM. Can he stop the bleeding? Looking tough as Rada shows his back to a main. But Anthem, he gets a double again.
Boleh nih.
Shots. The spray control is good. He's already, oh, he's been pinged, but Anthem just holds true like a turret and stops the retake. He will get the clutch and bring DFM back up to 7.
Unreal stuff here from Anthem. The presence of mind to rotate up into heaven. And I thought maybe he was just going to play for the Hunter's Fury there and just stick at the stairs and just try to go for the angle, but instead he pushes, even gets pinged, and really just kind of catches Fox completely off guard. I don't think Fox was expecting. I think Fox was expecting the Hunter's Fury there, and instead it's the push from Anthem, who has just been phenomenal today for DFM. There is no other way to describe that. I mean, they were not ready for that at all. Just
I think you're absolutely correct. I think they expected, because he was just going for the fake right away. But of course, Anthem was already down on the floor. Now Anthem just trying to clear out market. But unfortunately for them, because of this one way, they cannot capitalize on that Hunter's Fury. They don't find any targets either. So no information gained, no extra space gained either here for DFM, and they're back to square one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see a little bit more coordination, like, you know, use the Owl drone potentially or something like that first to get a little bit more info before you let that Hunter's Fury fly. I don't mind that you're not saving it for Jit Boys' ult, which you could potentially get in this round, because we've seen that teams are pretty good at clearing out these lockdowns without the Hunter's Fury if absolutely necessary. So we saw this a lot at Ascension, right, where teams were just throwing those Hunter's Furies, and it actually worked a lot.
Yes.
So
yeah, I mean, sometimes you just want that extra momentum when you can get it. The alarm bot is tripped, but DFM, they've already made their choice. 40 seconds left on the clock. They just want to run in. Are they going to check for Cruz? They do, and so just gets the kill on the drop. And now we have Soldam already on the close angle by Switch. He's going to just survive right through the wall shots, trying to stay alive, avoiding that smoke spray. The 0 point to keep them at bay as the spike finally delivered into the site. 5v3, 3v5 in the retake here for Talon. DFM, one member in main as well, and a double angle. Right on the entrance into the site. Anthem will pick up that kill. Already 1 point.
Pasti bentar lagi nge-pause nih.
For his Hunter's Fury. Garnett's not much you can do here.
Yeah, you got to save. the money's just too dire for Talon right now, so it is time to leave. A dart to confirm, and they are going to get that information that Garnets has backed all the way out. So certainly, you know, Talon here just sticking around, seeing if there's any picks they might be able to find. Somebody getting a little over aggressive, but DFM's money is also pretty bad, so they're not really keen on trying to get too spicy. Maybe Anthem could have, but yeah, a good hit here from DFM, despite, you know, the Hunter's Fury maybe being wasted a little bit in the early round. So what? Maybe at least clear a little space, theoretically.
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea was there to push out, and then the one-way stops them. Maybe a flash comes out. They're not able to capitalize on it, but they had so many ultimates banked up, right? So they used the lockdown as well in that previous round. They're able to get the round, which is what matters, which is exactly what we were mentioning. We've seen teams do this where it's like, okay, well, Hunter's Fury counters lockdown, but we also just need a round. So let's take the initiative. Let's take the space where we can, deal with the lockdown afterwards. It is successful this time, and because they don't go out on the hunt, they actually do not give that extra ult point over to Jitboys. He is still 1 point away from his lockdown as we see this timeout coming in from Talon.
Yeah, that's true. Now, I'm curious now if Talon will try to go for a Hunter's Fury trap play of their own. They've got that one online for themselves. Maybe they'll try to, you know, set up one of those angles where you post up the Sova in mid, and he's just able to kind of turret through the middle part of the map, see if you can get into B main, A main, something like that. We'll see what exactly they want to go for, but yeah, I think here for Talon, it just needs to be a little bit more sturdy on this defense. Maybe play the point of attack a little bit more aggressive. Try to
Secret Lab yang Pepres keren ya, anjing.
From really getting into the site. When they've been able to do that, that's when they've been having a lot of their success. And, you know, other than that, if it wasn't for that one hero round from Anthem, who knows? This might be close to over.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
We see the pings now. You mentioned it. There's Hunter's Fury online. There's the Bladestorm online as well. Looks like a Paranoia is the first in order, but then it's going to be that swing out from mid all the way up to top with the Bladestorm. And then if they need it, the Hunter's Fury is there to just absolutely keep them like fish in a barrel. Here on the attacking side, the Paranoia already comes in with Hold Up. He hasn't gotten it. He's already gotten through. Already a wrench in the plans, but all four pings. Patty Pat gets one. Garnets gets two. He backs out. Fox now here for the Aldrone as well. The moment one of these members gets pinged, it's Garnets ready to fire. Suggest we'll take down Jitboys. Weaponry not good on the side of Talon.
Emangnya nggak kedengeran atau gimana sih?
From main. And an absolutely quick round off of the timeout here for Talon.
I love this. I really, really do from Talon. I thought it'd be a trap play of some kind, just based on the timeout and based on, you know, the eco and the ultimates available. They don't even need to use the Hunter's Fury. If you could just get that deep with the Bladestorm and completely unaccounted for, then yeah, you can just fly in here. Great recon dart to set this up, gets a ton, and the alarm bot pops right as he's going around the corner, and Jitboy's just, excuse me, not Jitboy's, Rada just not able to react in time. Crew's able to find that Phantom and finish the job there. And now things get very, very scary for DFM, because if they can't get this one, the money is very, very poor behind this round.
Yeah, it's not looking great. The operator back online for Garnets as well, and with the Hunter's Fury and the lockdown, Talon happy to retake both sites. They do not want to risk giving over some extra space. They actually just want to keep all the locations where that lockdown can be valuable.
Gue udah yakin pasti mati anjing. Jangan pernah kayak gitu, lompatnya kayak gitu dah.
Against Takage, no smokes to work with, and even the two cloudbursts.
Jangan pakai jongkok-jongkok.
The DFM, they have to pick up the tempo. They cannot try to be elusive anymore here with the Omen gone.
And still a Hunter's Fury and a lockdown, and Patty Pan's ult, which is apparently one of the best ults in the game. Who knew? But that alarm bot gives him info. It doesn't matter. Rada just sprays him through the smoke.
Well, an absolutely excellent catch, and now the op not getting the first kill. The Hunter's Fury just trying to delay detonation focus me, but they will. Okay, one of them eventually goes down, but Soldum still alive and ready to try to take down this operator. Meanwhile, they don't have to go in just yet. They've equalized numbers, but only 30 seconds on the clock. Soldum thinks it's going to be a closer angle. He cannot find it. Rada finds the kill. Is that going to be enough to rotate the spike all the way through? It is. They should be able to get the plant down on A.
So it's a good idea here from Talon, but Pat just gets caught a little bit out in the open there, trying to set himself up for another big play. Doesn't go his way, and it kind of sends things awry for Talon as it sends their players scrambling to fall back. And yeah, they're able to stabilize enough to get a numbers advantage. Good shots from Garnets with this op, but he is at 22 HP. I was worried Soldom was going to spray that box and take him down, dude. I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, that's like, that's squeaky bum time for sure right there.
Yeah, and not picking up a weapon either, as he wanted to stay grouped and come in through mid. So Garnett still with just the operator, but Anthem has been spotted. Oh, but it's going to be Reyna. He cannot swing around. He had the right idea to try to catch Jitboys off guard. Jitboys is just going to stick this because Fox has his
juga
back.
di stick sama di
And
apa
that
di
is going to be
diffuse anjing.
map point round coming in for Talon.
GG cuy kayaknya cuy.
Fox as well, just in case the comeback starts mounting from DFM.
Yeah, and this is one of the better rounds from these scrappy play rounds that we've seen from DFM. Able to break some space open, get to at least a plant, get to an unexpected
Jago
angle.
kagak Yoshitan jago.
They're literally, their year is on the line right now. This is it. This is
Jangan pernah lompatnya kayak gitu dah, sumpah dah.
Economy's a little wonky, so a timeout 100% warranted here because it's either win this round or go home, or win 4 rounds in a row to force OT, or go home and be out of VCT for the rest of the year for DFM.
I mean, absolutely the most important timeout for Melifovia here, the coach of DFM on the right side. And you can see he just has so much to consider, so much on the line as well. I mean, you have to imagine for both teams, you prepare so much.
Dari pasti masih nalawin gila bisa masuk franchise team busuk kayak gini.
Lock in. It was kind of good for Talon, but not hot for DFM. You say, okay, we have time here for VCT Pacific. You land in Seoul, you cannot find a single match win. And then you have 2 months break, by the way, for these two teams because they didn't play in the playoffs at all. So 2 months to try to come back in form, and they look improved. But here's the problem. If you were the bottom place team with 0 wins, you can't just come in with an upgraded version. You have to come in with an absolute remake of yourselves.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is just a slightly better DFM. I had some hope based on what I was hearing that they improved a lot since the regular season of VCT Pacific. But here for the VCT Pacific LCQ, you know, it is slightly better, but the overall sense of this team, the overall communication and sort of reaction to things isn't great. Now Garnett's is so fast.
Garnett's even suspecting the blades are updraft as well, and sold them over. He's just 1 extra step trying to catch whatever kill, not aware of the fact that Jitboys was there to protect his teammate. Trades going back and forth in mid, but that's only going to be in favor of Talon as Reyna. Now, the last remaining member, he does not know where Patty Fen went to. He will find that 1 kill.
GG
1v2.
cuy.
Still a decent amount of health. Does have a Phantom, does have a lockdown. The options are there for Reyna. A minute on the clock.
Yeah, I expected him to maybe try to swing all the way back, but he has no idea if anybody's in Gelato. He has no idea, you know, what's going on the map.
And Garnett finds the shot
GG
right through the
cuy.
corner of the wall.
Nggak seru
And
gini
ladies and
bangke ah.
gentlemen, Talon looking rejuvenated.
GG cuy. Ente dah bro. Mengente bro. Ente gua kasih tahu. Soldam, 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 soldam. Ini si Aduka tuh sekarang main di mana sih? Sehari 1 match doang Alkael sih yang hari ini ya. Besok 2. Saya mau anjing. What the fuck lu dari mana, Cok? DFM kalah, Cok.
Kayaknya Cok gak ada menang sama sekali deh.
Iya, Cok. Roster cengkah. Cok, mau pakai jet, Cok. Kudi.
Pakai. I ceng money.
Let's go.
What the fuck, lo challenge apa nih, Yor?
Gak ada challenge, gue disuruh pakai jet. Kalau Ace bisa 1 juta.
Oke, ntar gue bantuin ya, bagi 2.
Roster ceng cok.
Ceng moneh.
Iya. Kayaknya mendingan bleed dah. Yang
Iya nih.
Think they can walk all over my turf? I've got a grenade that says otherwise.
Tangina nyom lawan Rapelin.
Tangina nyong.
Ntar cok, gua delay dulu cok.
Gua butuh flash.
Gua delay dulu ya adik-adik. Nggak cok, gua main belakang dulu. Gua mau delay dulu.
Saya. Si. 55 brace.
Nading backside.
Gue nembak. Monyet di net.
Spike planted.
Backside.
One enemy remaining.
No info.
No.
Long. Dia nembak lu anjir.
Ah iya. Gua nggak denger anjir.
Coba.
I'll make them remember. They're only human.
Kurang agak.
You wanna fight? Yeah?
Hey, bat race.
I'm gonna.
I think they gonna buy.
Bisa hancurin ini nggak?
Bibi, alat bi. Oh my god. 1 HP chamber low.
Spike planted.
What the fuck, udah ada ulti.
Dia build.
Hah, 101.
Last player standing.
Udah ada ulti si anjing.
Udah ada ulti sama ini, Jing. Siapa ini?
Lu kena secel lagi, pakai baki. Busuk lah.
Forge is a path, Sky.
Rapelin sama siapa dia?
I'll be right behind you.
Tur aja kayak.
Sama siapa?
Tur aja.
Oh, si Rapelin si Res ya?
Ya, betul.
Common. Kono masih sama, masih.
Hold those angles.
Bersih.
Jangan nunggu anjing.
Nothing.
Spike planted.
Ya kalau.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Biasanya belong. Kucing, pocket gue.
What the fuck?
Bangsat si Reyna yang kocak.
Want to fight here?
Here.
I'm gonna need.
There.
I'm gonna need him.
Mau trebe dah anjing.
Okay, cool. Again, very good.
You gonna need, right?
Yeah.
Gua one way ya.
Ya.
Baru gua flash.
Kalau rame baru one way. Kalau flash. Nothing.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Anjing 2 kali, Jok.
Help me. Hey, pushing.
Ah, udah di kiri anjing.
Lihat, bro.
Ah, tolol lah anjing.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Ooh, my ult's ready.
To scatter from my stuff. Super easy to pick off.
Cok, kenapa kayak gini, Cok?
Tai lah.
Kenapa sih?
Dongo nih chamber anjing. Coba kop ya.
Ya kalau lawan gue jago anjing super cop ini, tai.
Sulit banget anjing.
I need to blow something up.
Spike down A.
Can you smoke?
No smoke.
One 40.
One enemy remaining.
Tek, op.
Pity the man who dies meaningless. Survive obliteration. I will survive them.
Go see, you want?
Yeah, see. You left to flash with Gecko flash or Reyna here?
Here.
Gecko flash.
Gecko flash, okay.
Then 3 satchels on top.
Gonna need here.
Can you donate? Can you just shoot the flash? No need to need. Okay.
Mau gua ya, Ber?
Masa.
Ya udah.
I cannot help you, bro. Open the door.
They're going back.
Alat A.
One B. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Omen 1 HP. Chamber 1 HP also.
Thrifty.
Chamber kentut lah.
Mati mulu anjing.
Help a girl out, would you?
Lu mau beli anjing.
I want to buy up next. Okay. Request.
Help a girl out, would ya? Hawk out!
Get good, again. Bibi kami. Bro.
Spike planted.
Care city.
On city.
Oh yeah, monster on the loose.
Ada orang di ulti malah maju anjir. Tulim.
Last player standing.
Sumpah dah. Di ulti malah maju anjing.
Lah nggak kelihatan lu ya kagak aja. Wah, soalnya banyak banget angle yang harus gue cek.
Busuk.
Kersi.
On B. Okay, B. Yes, oh.
Fire in the hole!
Not planting. I'm gonna ult. They have so.
Cold.
Spike planted.
One more vent. One more below.
Ang B main.
One below.
Hopping B main.
That's
Omen no info.
Last player standing.
Hale. Ini dia.
We just like easy to die, bro.
These guns I use are okay, but I'm lost.
Kocak lah ini tim. Aku kalah lah. Kabur. Lopes terus gue tele.
Oke, udah no hop gini anjing.
Blinding.
say.
Monyet.
Satchel out.
Gitu. Konten kreator anjir teman
Player
kita.
standing.
Siapa sih?
Spike
Asal lo.
planted.
Yor suram.
Surrounded by minha família. We won't lose.
Gua
Ya
malah
lagi nih mah.
Oh yeah, monster on the loose.
Buried. Grenade. Hawk out.
Oh shit.
Blinded. Reload.
it's A, I think. Coming A.
Nothing.
Planting.
Cewek mana?
Spike
Plant.
planted.
Nunggu smoke.
Ya, smoke
Mau
sini
keluar
ya.
sana
nih.
nggak?
Smoke.
Here.
Bentar.
The hunt begins.
12,5 set.
Ya boleh.
Blocking sight.
Default.
Last player standing.
God. Chamber, you cannot kill him?
I got here.
Trouble?
No.
Why?
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 You missed the shot?
Bilang because you noob gitu. Bilang. Oh gitu me.
He don't know you, right? No?
You know me.
Oh, okay.
There's a trap. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Your fault.
80.
One enemy remaining.
Outside. Close.
Oh, rukat gini iya, Cok. Chambernya goblok, Cok.
Last round in the half.
Would you use everything you
Dasar lo baru nyadar kan anjing.
Iya, anjing.
Dewa Topi Chat.
Gue udah bilang
no,
Jack dari round
give chamber
2, 3.
Yeah, chamber you want? Can you drop Sky?
Udah di smoke trail.
Gua nggak yakin dia ke A lagi dah.
You want to play? Let's play.
Deh, ke A deh. Ace. Giko E.
I'm nading left.
Pindah ya, bro.
Oke, bro.
No one here. Yes, sir.
Spike down. C.
3 more.
One enemy remaining.
Oke, Wonobol.
Kita nyala, Jok. Akhirnya, Jok.
Ngina.
Switching sides.
just let them try to catch me.
Combe la film segini ya. Oh ini deh kayak ini flashnya.
Here.
Let's go fight A. Chamber can lock.
Kalau di kiri gua flash kan.
I'm blind.
Ada mer.
Night night.
Flashnya orang.
Nading.
Ada lagi kiri.
Satchel. Enemy kill.
Oke, ntar.
Enemy spotted A.
Maybe.
No one shot.
How much in drop?
One up.
Okay.
Boosters, then one up. No
Yeah.
flank, no flank.
Okay.
Reloading. Watching here. Cover going
Alright.
One enemy remaining.
Drop. Harusnya drop sih, kalau gak salah dengar ya. Salah.
Nggak apa bisa dikoreksi kalau salah.
Wait until I blind them to strike.
Gun here. Gun here.
Chamber voice changer kagak ini si Super Cop nggak sih?
Gun here.
Harusnya sih.
Kayaknya dia si Super Cop nggak ini dah, nggak mecer dah. Suaranya sama mulu anjing. Nggak berubah anjing. Belum mimpi basah kayaknya. I think they gonna pick it.
Nah begitu pakai itu ya. Pakai chamber. Wah begitu.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
No one here.
No one flank, bro. May flank with me.
Os.
One waterfall ini.
Help!
Out.
Wait, out.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Oh, nice try, bro.
My.
I'm blind. Fuck that.
Trust me, they will make mistakes. When they do, take advantage.
We can just buy it.
Busuk. Ekor.
Mana? Push. Two more. Gecko 70. Gecko 70.
One behind. I think one behind.
Elling. Yeah, close. Nice.
One guy such
One enemy remaining.
Ano.
Diliatin star lo.
My ultimate is ready.
Please. Harus Noxter.
Shadows traveling. Teleport's ready.
I'm hiding 3.
Hadir. Halo Bang Pep.
Player standing.
Kaget gua. Bagus lu, Yor.
Gonna save.
Anjing kaget gua. Pas banget lagi mati ya.
Nice. Kok saya titik lagi musim.
Make sure to follow my pack in. They'll lead us right to the enemy.
Maybe we go A again.
They're both B. Careful.
Yeah.
Focus now.
Ada flash.
Cover going out.
Two. Picking. Do we have dog? Can we go 3 with dog?
Monyet kalau diambil spike-nya.
Time to hunt.
Oke, heaven.
Okay.
Enough. Hawk out.
Blind.
Reloading. What's this? My ult's ready.
One enemy remaining.
City last. City star maybe.
Ayam.
Tok.
You want up chamber?
Sure.
These parasites aren't going to take one step past this place.
I can buy for you. My
Need a
treat.
drop.
Oh never mind, just
Thanks.
drop him.
Can I get a drop?
You can drop, I think, Sky or chamber.
Shit.
Lu minta flash ke sini udah ya?
You wanna flash on
There.
C first and then we can go A.
Apa?
Oke. Gak jadi.
What? Sorry, what?
Sky. Flash for me.
You want to play? Let's play.
No one?
No one.
I think it's yeah, go.
Here, go see. Here, no one long. Only side.
Have the spike.
Chamber A.
Shadows traveling.
Two C already.
Yeah, doc.
Wait, nading.
Terus ya. Mau pintu cok.
Go there.
my god.
I was.
Stop. Oh my god. Please.
Last player standing.
Up. Hey, behind you. Take a TP.
Ah, babi.
I'm amped.
Lagi
Let's go.
ten dua
I got things to do.
Gue udah berusaha buat nolongin, Cok.
Anjir, serem banget lah.
Wanna go B or?
Let's go.
Santai spike. TP.
Yeah, we play slow. Care up.
Here.
Wait.
Kalau
CFK.
cancel nih. Lo, he's low.
Wah, anjing
Last
lah.
player standing. Spike
Malah di
down.
granat, tai.
Flawless.
That's right.
Just see it all hard, Yaka. Standing in between us and victory.
We go A again, but this one smoke here,
Here.
and we go from
Here.
3.
In we go.
Hey, ult go.
Picking, op.
Karat.
Song ulti gak? Oh jelas. Aduh sih.
Last player standing.
Bye what?
Gak ada yang dengerin, Cok. Gue bilang ke 3 padahal.
Match point.
You're up. Stay safe.
So dead.
Eh,
Satchel out.
Oh yeah.
masa lulus. Di C anjing dah.
Jadi gimana?
Last player
Ya
standing.
Allah, dia miss tembak ini, Cok.
Defenders win.
Nembak mata.
Nembak mata miss, anjing. GG, Cok. Lagi kan nih? Dia miss, Cok. Stres, Cok.
Report dulu Super Cup.
Super Cup ya? Tai.
Ya.
Ketemu
Report
apa?
dulu.
Jadi musuh jago, anjing. Oyor, oi. Udah ya Bang Teps ya, bapi. Not bad lo jet gue sebenarnya. Hehe.
Match found.
Wow. Nice. Smoke reda.
I am the beginning. I am the end.
Halo, halo Bang.
Careful of the edges. Not sure if I could catch you in time if you fell off.
I mean, I'd try, of course.
Hi guys.
Halo. Gue set video nih. Nih. Wes. Let's smoke short.
Go mid?
Yeah, let's go.
Scanning ahead.
Hey, maybe we go A,
Can you find market? Can you find market? Get fast.
Flashing, yeah.
Flashing down. Thank you. Anjay, udah jadi web bro. Thank you bro.
Ke B dah.
I got mid.
I think we go B.
Man.
Smoke B mid.
Someone's in
Smoke
defender's
city.
One market.
Oh. He's here like whole time, man.
Last player standing.
The hell? Ini di mana?
Sini anjing. Gue pikir Sinai mau pakai KO atau apa, tau gitu gue pakai Rena, kentot. RRQ kapan main? Besok.
Do what you gotta do, Reina.
Tutut. Raki besok jam 3 iya.
I think one push B main, you know.
Jadi semua one way man.
B main push,
Taking off.
Lah, you short.
Grounded.
Coming out.
One more.
Winnable.
You want Koe? Maybe Koe.
Okay.
You can come here now.
Coming.
I have retrieved the spike.
I got Kim in 6.
Open. Why?
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
Bisa menang gini nggak?
I got Kim for A main, okay? I'm in for heaven.
Yep.
My camera.
Nice.
Throw the gun. Take the gun, Reina.
Throw now.
Yeah. Let's bring it back.
Want to take mid?
Yeah.
Yes sir.
Okay.
Someone headshot guys. You can middle.
Okay.
Okay.
Uji okay.
Cover going out.
Viper gimana?
I have the spike. I found my wire.
Tell me if you need smoke.
Let me try B.
Go B. I smoke CT.
So sad.
Hey, out. One city.
One lane.
Lan. Jump.
I smoke CT again.
Shadows.
Lah.
Sampai lane?
Yeah.
Maybe one side Sova, I don't know.
So I in city.
Zowie city.
Hold on.
Coba mati.
Watching main.
One enemy remaining.
My quiver is never full.
Hey, this one the enemy can jump.
Here.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. Can hear also. That's
Cover
not sure.
going out.
Spikes down.
Gas terus smoke.
Spike down mid.
Ayo, hoki banget dah.
I smoke middle. Wait.
Cover going out.
Poison's gone.
Jet mid.
Shadows traveling. Let go.
Viper.
Player standing.
They have up.
Kita PB? Kita PB, Weber PB, maybe
Easy.
Wait, yep.
Itu lo Vipernya dari mana
Can
ini?
you fetch? Yeah.
Here.
Vipernya dari B.
Enggak, terus smoke gua jadi shot.
Wah anjing rame banget dong ayah.
Reloading.
Here.
Yep, wait for me, huh? Fat.
Stealing sight.
Omen here, jet, shot.
Aduh. Ada
Flight.
Kiri ya?
Kanan atas. What the fuck, Yor?
One enemy
Kanan,
remaining.
Yor. Mas Odin.
Coming heaven.
Shot.
What the fuck, bisa kayak gitu nggak?
No.
They think they know pain. They can't begin to comprehend it.
Ada Viper dah.
Iya anjing, apaan sih? Gak kayak lawan siapa yang pakai Viper ya?
Recon middle and walk. Can you fake control middle? You're not can you fake?
Yeah.
Yep, you recon middle and walk up B.
Okay.
Get out of my way!
Kita lihat code B main.
Hey, one market.
Mental drone.
Sova market. TB.
Shadows traveling.
What wait further?
Can you open cam please. One more omen. Nah. Guys, drop the spike.
Double spy.
Yeah. One aim in.
Last player standing.
Satu di.
Watch them. I have the spike. Spike planted. Blinding.
One enemy remaining.
Lo, mana safety last guy?
Cover going out.
Nice.
Weh, dapat ace, cok! Dapat ace, Bang Taps, gua ace! Boleh sih.
Thank you. Dan DC again?
Startled prey is easier to hunt.
Bikin. Kasih senjatanya dah. Lo udah balik nih. Gokil.
Gokil ya?
Mantap.
Bisa. Omen, can you stay fat here?
Okay.
You also want to dog.
Kami curi ke side or
Recon mid.
Jok udah kayak scary, Jok.
Someone shot first, Omen.
Oh, sorry.
Cover going out.
Found them.
Maybe go in.
Deploying drone.
Chuchu, I think safe for you come out here for info.
Okay.
Yep, come.
at least 2 na.
Oh, he picking.
I think we go B again.
Then 3B.
Really?
We cut nice. 45 seconds, we go. You open your cam. Like. So.
Ready? I'm gonna ulti in 45. Okay?
Tats baru saja memberikan 1 juta. Nis bang.
Thank you Bang Tips.
Gokil.
Thank you. Ready?
Mark.
Aku babi ke senggol.
Backside.
Backside, blind.
30 seconds left.
Top.
Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
Thank you Bang Tips. Gokil, Cok. Lumayan sejuta, cuy.
Bagi 2, Cok.
GG, Cok. Rezeki orang nganggur, Cok.
Mantap.
Thank you.
Someone shot.
Yeah. Clear.
One enemy remaining.
Middle last. Nice shot.
Waduh. What the fuck nawan dia?
Lumayan banyak itu, iya. Rezeki ada kanggur. Thank you Bang Teps.
Copy.
Wanna go fast?
Yep, just check.
Want me to recon set or Jira?
Size. Oh, Jira. They broke. Okay, he be close. Open you back first and you smoke city.
Okay.
Yep.
Here.
Just care locks, okay? Just take care locks.
Ini ada celah lagi.
Recon jelas.
Ya.
Stealing sight. Cover going out.
Lock. One market.
Apa terus smoke
Spike down B.
We don't go.
Terus flash anjing.
Shadows traveling.
Where is everyone hiding?
I can flash out.
Oh no, Wicho.
Udah gila.
No one shoot.
Spike down B.
Almost steps.
One enemy remaining.
Sini.
Nice.
I'm amped. Let's go. I got things to do.
Si Nai kenapa sih?
Nge-lag anjing.
Snuff them out.
Alden had DC guys. Getting good.
Nge-lag banget. Wah, dia TP? Atasnya TP.
Gua yang TP.
Dia salah juga.
Buset, ke atas anjing.
He out is so high.
Go. Go guys.
Cek heaven.
Open heaven. Maybe hell. Gak boleh keluar.
I flash for you, Jet.
Cover going out.
Wah.
Stepping up, one step up.
Cari ah.
Shadows traveling.
Oh, wah, what the fuck? Terus gua kemana? Coba lagi. Later.
Iya.
Oh bener. Trik langit anjing.
Revealing area.
Tuh.
One enemy remaining.
Cover going out.
Base.
Internetnya naik.
Weh, Nai, lu kenapa kocak?
Anjir, Indihome gua sampah.
Shit.
Terus. Sorry, Cak.
Indihome. Busuk.
Welcome to my world.
Dia mau keluar. Men.
Ini gua B. City.
Oh, oleh.
Kellock. One hit P, Weber. One hit. Yeah!
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
FK.
No.
Shadows traveling.
Jauh dah.
Last
Cok,
round
apa
before
gua
the switch.
apply ke dev aja ya, Cok? Ya, Neng ya?
Apply PNS ya.
Gak akan mungkin, Jok.
Masih menang dah. Sinanya di CDC padahal. Ada med.
Bangke, nggak mati.
Three mid. Holy shit.
Go back. What the fuck? A shot shoot me through the smoke.
Reload.
Three mid over, one A shot.
Okay.
Hey, be clear. One mid, one A shot. Switch A.
Dan gila ya.
Cover going out.
Revealing area.
Watching heaven. Wait. I smoke heaven.
Heaven.
Watching heaven now.
You should run.
Okay.
Oh shit. Karena break.
Keluar.
Abab lah.
You're fat.
My camera is destroyed.
One enemy remaining.
Ada flash.
Fat.
Last
Oh,
player
no.
standing.
Fake.
Fat.
Serem.
My bad, bro.
Clutch.
Pengen ulti tapi pada di aim, man.
Switching sides.
They're usually distracted once I reveal them. Make sure you take advantage.
There's smoking shot. Mid a lot. Mid A shot.
Wait, ngambil man.
Kemana jadinya?
2B.
Tai jalanin.
Jalan.
Where's Viper?
Mid.
Spike
2B, 2 in B.
planted.
One stairs.
Market.
Last player standing.
One market.
90.
I feel the strain.
Bohong anjing short. Oke.
Watch them falter.
Mid again.
Mid. Two mid. Pick together one. Mid. Close, market.
Cover going out.
Hey, best
One way.
One enemy remaining. Reload.
What the fuck? Yo.
Sini. Awas.
Careful mid, huh?
Yep.
I'm watching mid.
Nah, I can, okay? I can push this.
Boy, itu mau dicolong. Gue dapat bulldog lagi, Bab.
Anjing, tangan gue sih gokil, Jok.
Jok, kawan gue ngumpet, Jok.
$30 seconds left.
Hey guys, he's sleeping, right?
I think he's busy. Someone check this.
Ada maling, Jok. Dia tangan maling, Jok.
They demand a fight.
Anjing.
Ada pandau apa? Ini river di jatuh. Bodoh amat, mati enggak dah. Ambil dulu, Jok.
Tai bedan.
I will be their nightmare. Shadows traveling.
CB?
No. There's someone shot. Middle.
Enemy spotted me.
Shadows traveling.
Viper low, going short.
Ano sabi?
No, someone's on my bed.
Can you check him? Naman TP. Okay.
No one watching short?
Yeah.
Cover going out.
It B, I think.
Wait, recon.
Anjing lah shortnya, bodo amat. I live A.
Kayak ada ya.
I think it's A.
$30 seconds left.
I think it's A, guys.
Yeah, mid.
Yeah, fuck. 40.
Gue man. So far short planting.
Kocak. Pick mulu anjing.
I think there's one more heaven. Careful. Wait for it now.
Spike
So far planting.
One enemy remaining.
Left. I'm right.
Going garden.
She on top still.
Nice shot.
Terbaik.
Ah, babi nggak ada yang ngeliatin mid, Cok. Apa? Aku short, Cok.
Thanks.
Reloading.
You failed. Now
Reload.
Need a drop.
I need what is mine.
You buy me so far?
Yep.
Shadows traveling.
B sound to B.
Aman TP.
Cover going out.
Oh, sorry.
Recon. Recon na.
Three.
Oke anjing. One side.
Satu lagi?
Gak tau, sopanya gak tau. Killjoy side, sofa anan.
Careful stairs.
Shadows traveling.
Bisa stair ya?
Where is everyone hiding?
One big side.
One enemy
Kocak
remaining.
emang nge-drone.
Spike planted.
Anjing.
Last player standing.
Aduh. Sejak kapan dia udah di sana, Cok?
We know more than we did
Apaan?
before. Let's use that.
Can you 1v man?
Ya. Itu skin funnel apa ya pakai Rena? Nggak tahu. Apaan emang? Rena pakai apa emang?
Warna void merah.
Warna void merah.
Let's go.
Shadows traveling.
Someone TP.
B, right?
Tinggi TP mid.
Okay.
Minta butuh smoke.
Push shot.
A shot.
Cover going out.
Tuh ya.
Wait, so on top. TP on top. Mid. One more. TP.
Not B. I don't know.
Cancel.
Okay. Can you check him?
Mid one.
Cover going out.
Shit. Mabed na anjir.
Di smoke ini gua, Cok.
One enemy remaining.
Dead. Viper unknown.
Thirty seconds left.
Duh.
Shot.
Sorry.
Itu skin funnel apa ya?
Match point.
I can buy.
Need a drop.
I put chip for you, okay?
Okay. Mambil out, oke lah.
Nggak ada suara anjing Sinai.
Cover going out.
One mid link, I think.
I can flash for you.
Wait.
Here.
Right now?
Stealing sight.
There's two. One shot. He jumped down.
One was B. One was B.
One enemy remaining.
Maybe a shot, guys.
Care City.
Care City.
Mau ulti dong.
Nice GG man.
Defenders win.
Oke, buat video ya. Gak tau deh. Off dulu dah gua. Leng, capek anjing.
What the fuck, kabur.
Capek, Jok.
Ya.
Thank you, Leng.
Thank you.
Thank you. Off dulu ya, guys ya. Thank you, guys. See you. Thank you Bang Taps. Gokil, Cok. Dadah. Thank you, off dulu cuy.